Hey everyone, it is Saturday. Welcome to Arcane Focus. Oh, where's my button that gives all the cheers? Where is it? It's here. There it is.
Womp
Yeah. Hey everyone, I'm your DM Mike. Joined with me are my amazing players. We have Amber, Steve, and Temple. I don't know why I always end the lineup with you, Temple, and it's always a bit of, it's like a bit of an extra.
Screen is.
It's a little extra. I don't know why. Well. First of all, hey, Crow's Nest, thank you so much for the follow.
Yay!
Thank you so much. If you guys didn't know, we hit 500 followers on our Instagram, and we had a 500 follower giveaway. And I think that's ended today. And so we're going to pick the winner live. I went ahead and had a full random thing online, rolled a dice, did all the things, and we landed on Pink Lot. So congratulations, Pink Lot, for winning. What they won is our Arcane Focus shirt and 2 stickers. One of the Books and Brews sticker as well as the Gina Lee sticker. In addition to that, they also get the Holy Nexus Cozy Gamer dice set. We love
Fancy.
Cozy Gamer. Yeah, it's fancy. Cozy Gamer is absolutely a wonderful person. Please, if you ever go check her out, it is cozygamer.shop on Instagram. She has some amazing dice that she makes. How's it going, Crow's Nest? Hey guys, hey, how's it going?
Yo!
Happy to have you here. I think that's all the announcements. Oh, besides, next week we will not be live because of life. Life finds a way.
It in fact found a way. Yeah.
So yes, unfortunately we will not be live next week on Saturday.
But we'll be here on the 30th.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lambert here working on Brandon. Well, hopefully you enjoy your time here. All right. You guys ready for a quick recap of what happened last time?
See.
Kill them all.
The old stone pyramid of the long-forgotten myth of the Dreamer stood in front of our party. Deeper within, they knew that Shax, the second half of Belladonna's vampiric lieutenants, was waiting their company. Strange symbols and worship sites filled the top layer of the pyramid/church. Slowly moving deeper, they were confronted by numerous signs and warnings left by past and present followers of Shax. Warnings of dangers, dead ends, and confounded puzzles. Following up on the challenges, or feeling up to the challenges ahead and not taking the simple path of heading straight to Shax, the party decided to explore more of the Dreamer's site. Invisible walls and bridges, false pit traps, all with the theme of nothing as it seems. With Vera's lantern in hand that showcased most of the illusionary falsehoods, the party moved along fairly quickly. After a few puzzles solved, with only a burning on Savannah's part, a bit of burning on her fur, the party headed down into the depths of the temple with a new sword in hand. The sounds of chains bring the party down into a foul-smelling chamber as Shax laid there awaiting his next meal, aka Rolly. Rolly currently faking being the given meal, the sacrifice. The jig was up after Vera let loose a blast of daylight. The fight was filled with heavy hits from all sides, but eventually, Shax was turned to ash. And the party decided to head upwards to report their success to Belladonna. Still, moments away from sunrise, and through their exploration within the Dreamer's hold, they were hearing strange sounds, voices in their head. And it wasn't until they reached up topside, fresh air on their face, the scene of a beach and a ship out there, that they see in between them and the ship an old woman, nobly adorned with royal purples and robes and gray hair, looks to you all. "I simply wanted to see the ones who killed my ward." She took a few steps forward, the realization kicking in. Panic. The flight response of Vera kicks in as she presses the button of the Feywild leaf, allowing her to plane shift into the Feywild. Catherine Evergrey, Queen Evergrey herself, presents herself forward with unknown intent. The party leaps behind, within the portal, into the kaleidoscope of colors that create a tunnel. Their destination? The Feywild. And as they look at the end of the tunnel, all they see is a disappearing and closing tunnel with the ever-gray face staring back down at them. The last thing they hear is, before the portal closes, is, "Fine. I'll have fun elsewhere." The party lands hard onto what looks like worked dirt, but feels more like wood and false, like a facsimile of actual ground and dirt, as they are in a colorful and strange reflection that almost bears resemblance to Cleedon City. You guys have currently had a little bit of discussion as you were sort of discussing who that was and where they're at now. Let me give you a recap of what you see around you, and then I'll let you decide what you'd like to do. The city itself is a warped reflection of the city known as Cleedon City. You see right away that Evergrey Lake to the north is a vibrant, very vibrant light blue. And after a moment of staring off into this, what looks like to be an ever-expanding water, you don't see the opposite side, there is almost like a plume of mist at the very horizon. Almost like the water became active the moment it hit this horizon. Much like if when water's rushing down a waterfall. The roads are a facsimile of paved roads, dirt, like worked roads, except it's more etched in finely detailed and crafted wood that has been painted to look like these roads. In addition to that, all the buildings that you normally would see around you within Cleedon City that you've recognized, some of them bars, inns, shops, are instead of walls, doors, and windows, you see thick, shapely sized tree trunks with large knot holes that lead into empty spaces. Last thing that happened was that the multicolored line that you saw was looking towards the south and disappeared. Party, what would you like to do?
Find somewhere to freaking rest.
Definitely not chill right in this exact spot here.
I'm still curious about that lion, but I think Vera will just put the disclaimer: if it's really pretty, it's probably even that more deadly. Do not touch things and do not talk to things. They are not your friends. And especially here, Savannah. Shiny things will kill you, and I will not have the chance to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
Like, my dad warns me, and he's been here like hundreds of times. He lived here. Like, some of it's really pretty, and some of it will kill you in an instance if it has the chance.
So does that mean the opposite is true? If it's not pretty, it's valuable?
I wouldn't touch it. I don't know enough about this place without him here. Other than he tells me that every time.
Well, if we need a room, are they going to take gold?
I don't really know if they do rooms, but they will probably try and steal your shit, so keep everything tight. I think we're just gonna have to, like, find a tree or something.
Yay, camping.
It's just like home.
So what are you trying to look for?
Just like a safe space. Like, the time she has been here with her dad, there wasn't, like, inns or anything. It was a lot of, like, empty space.
Yeah, how about this? Everyone roll me a perception check.
Can't math.
17?
22.
22.
21.
21. All of you barely beat the DC just fine. You start to look around and sort of walk around this facsimile of Cleedon City. First thing that you all notice is that the air is a bit thin. It's somewhat strange, where it sort of takes a little bit more effort to actually take breaths. Not enough where it causes a problem. You could probably still run and no problem, but it's just like if you've been in a higher elevation. You start to notice that the equivalent of the the Eclipse Coliseum that was stationed here from Cleveland City in the material plane looks like it's been replaced by a brightly colored purple like tree that reaches like several like maybe a mile up into the sky with beautiful purple leaves that sort of just flow within the wind. I'll say as you start to walk around the space, right away, if you ever wanted to take a rest, you can risk it because you don't know what's around here yet. But you can essentially, if you wanted to, you can take one of these hollowed out trees that used to be, that's sort of like the equivalent of a building, and sort of maybe take watch and rest there. However, when you start to walk past the Eclipse Coliseum, or at least the equivalent, this giant purple tree, and really, I think even you, that sort of like seeing that's where the Coliseum used to be, it's almost like a point of interest where you're like, what is that supposed to be?
Interesting.
I'll
have to check it out later.
Yeah, you can hear, you can actually hear voices coming from the tree. There's like a large entrance, an opening into the tree itself. And as you start to survey the area and you get a little closer to the tree, you can hear, "Oh, no, I know. You need to stop running around without your mittens. That's how you get splinters." And you hear, "Ah, Taurus, enough. You did it to yourself."
We hear this, not see this, right?
You can hear it coming within the tree itself.
I'm like, the old guy sounds friendly, not whatever the hell he's talking to.
I'm fighting the urge to stick my head into the tree. Fighting the urge to get my head into the tree. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stick my head into the tree.
Okay.
Oh no.
You make me a stealth check.
It's gonna be 19.
19. The moment you stick your head into the tree itself, you notice that the outside walls, like the inner walls of this tree, that is like as large as the Colosseum itself, are a bit translucent from the inside, like a two-way mirror, where from the outside you just see this purple, deeply colored bark, but from the inside, you can actually see a bit of the sun, or at least where the light is coming through, starting to fade in. Everything has a soft purplish tint in here. It looks like a greenhouse inside. There are numerous clay pots and planters hanging off the numerous like wraparound vines that cling from one inside of the tree to the next, that sort of are hooked with metal hooks and sort of hanging for planters. Brightly colored flowers fill the space. There are even like actual like material playing gardening tools with like shovels, hose, clippers, things like that. The tree itself almost like creates rooms a little bit, so you can hear the voices still kind of interacting further deeper in, but you don't see anyone just at the entrance.
I'll pull my head out to tell them what I saw.
Vera looks up, like if there's somebody up in the tree versus in the tree.
You roll like a 22, right? Yeah. You look up and you just see a soft illumination coming from the leaves above. Sometimes as a strong breeze comes by, you see some of the leaves that have fallen start to fall down. They're like little globs of light as they fall down, but you don't see a figure.
I'm pretty sure they're in the tree.
No, I know. But, those fairies were like not even a tenth of the what. That's very mild for what we ran into from stuff that comes from the Fae. They put a dude in the ground with his head sticking out. That's very mild for anything that comes out of here.
Oh.
Noted.
So, I mean, he might be friendly. I don't know.
I mean, do you know of somewhere else to go?
Well, let me ask. Hold on. Even I'm burning spells like freaking toilet paper over here. Hold on. I'm gonna send a message. Just gonna send a message to her dad.
Roll me a d20.
Oh yeah. think I just don't want to win. 15.
You're fine.
She's gonna send a message. She's gonna say use the leaf near a giant purple tree. What's safe to stay at? We're okay.
Okay. Hold on. You hear your father respond back, almost like if someone was answering a phone and then got a phone call and was like, hold on. Like, sort of almost splitting his attention.
Because I'm sure Uthiel's over there telling him all this shit.
You can hear him go, Vera, you've used the leaf? Hold on. And you can hear, like, a bit of muffling, and then, sorry. Purple tree, I don't... Let me actually roll for your dad. See if he knows.
Should have said giant freaking purple tree, but I was trying to limit the words.
It sounds like you're on the Bounding Grove. Look for a treant.
A treant? What the fuck's a treant?
It's like a tree person.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it is exactly what I thought it was. Okay.
What did you call it?
You're at the Bounding Grove.
Bounding Grove.
And then you hear, like, the last bit of he would tell you is, I'm sorry, I have to go.
Uh-oh. Well, my dad sounds panicked, but for a different reason, which is bothering me, but I'll ask later when I have more spells. He says look for a treant, essentially a tree person. Does she even know what one of those looks like? Like, I mean, I'm sure it's been told to her, but I don't think she's ever seen one.
I don't think you've ever seen one.
Like, how do we know a real tree from a tree person?
Well, I'm assuming it talks and stuff. All I know is don't go up to any dryads. That happened last time.
I'm gonna roll to know if Rolly has any idea what they're talking about.
Roll me an intelligence check.
12.
12? They keep talking about trees, man. I think you're supposed to find a tree. You're standing at a tree.
Can we just, like, can Vera say hello and Sylvan, like, into the tree, not outward?
Yeah. You just sort
Can
of...
I just chop them down?
No.
Rolly, as of right now, we either know they're people or they're homes. Don't chop the trees down.
Trees are people? What?
Let's just say you're out of your depth a little, Rolly. I'm out of my
You're
depth
out of
and
your
I'm from
element.
We're all
here.
out of our depth right now.
You yell in Sylvan?
Yeah.
Hello? As you yell into the actual opening, your voice does echo and carry, bouncing off the numerous walls and vines, until you can hear the snarling stop. And you hear a bit of movement, a bit of shifting. Sounds like brush moving within the wind itself. Hello?
Do I see anybody?
You can hear sort of not... It doesn't sound like footsteps. It sounds like something is snapping continuously every time it moves. Moving from one of the numerous walls built inside here, you see what looks like a gigantic, birch-covered hand. What you see is essentially a treant, a mountain man beard made of leaves and vines. The hair itself long as well, flowing within the wind. Every bit and part of this person and being is birch and wood. You see, like, every time it moves, you can hear the snaps of, like, branches. Its feet aren't actually, like, solid feet. They're actually, like, roots. Like, numerous roots that almost, like, connect to the floor and then snap as it moves its foot to go further. He looks at you from the opposite end. Rolling insight.
Mm-mm. Silver dice. What's my mod? Oh, dang. I have a +9, I didn't say. 21.
The face expression, the expression that given to you from this guy, from this person, this thing, is a bit of like fear. And he responds to you all, well, you can take my plants, don't hurt me or my pet.
I'm not trying to hurt you, but Dad told me to look for you.
I don't know a dad.
Do you know a Cyrus Kavad?
No.
Okay, do you know an elf that kind of looks like me?
There's elves that look like you.
Good enough.
Are
We were
you?
told to fight a triad. Is that what you are?
I am. And as you're having this conversation, behind him, you see what looks like to be this stark Black Panther that just sort of comes out, bright yellow eyes, and there are two like appendages sticking out of its back that look like whips. And at the end of these whips, you see what looks like to be like suction cups with barbs.
Oh
And
boy.
Taurus, we have visitors.
I don't mean any harm. We're just trying to find a place to rest that won't murder us.
If you're looking for housing, you can take shelter here. Be careful around my plants.
They're not going to eat us, are they?
No.
Maybe not his plants. There is
No.
plants that do that.
But I don't recommend eating them. The displacer beast now, what we can confirm, kind of like and disappears. Reappears like right next to Rolly and is disappears and goes back to him. You leave them be.
Meep.
Interesting pet you have.
Yes, Taurus, say hello. The beast just goes. Come. I'm Kriti.
I already forgot what you called this place. Bounding something.
Yeah.
Huntington Grove.
This is the Bounding Grove. We should expect travel in about... He sort of looks towards the translucent walls. Everyone make me a dex save.
Uh-uh.
Oh no.
Meep.
That's a 17.
17.
Oh, that is a 7.
7.
Oh god, no mud.
Oh lord. Oh lord. That is a 10.
Everyone fails.
Mm.
Hold on, I need more dice.
Oh great.
Wait,
Oh,
actually,
no.
wait. Is this like a? Would I get my danger sense off of this?
Read what Danger Sense gives you advantage for. Is it just dex saves altogether?
Ooh.
I hope I have enough hit points to take whatever you're gonna do.
The fact that he keeps up saying he needs more die, I'm concerned.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it says. Advantage on dexterity saving throw against effects you can see, such as traps and spells.
I would count this.
Okay, good. Then that means I rolled an 8.
Everyone takes 15 points of damage.
Alright.
As
Half of
what
my hit
happens
points.
is, in an instant, as he says, we should be traveling shortly, the ground below you goes, and you are now looking down as the ground currently escapes your footing. You are flying. You feel like you're flying, like something is pushing you up until you realize the entire grove is bounding. And is now on the downward swing of its jump. And you see that Kriti, who currently is like his roots keep him steady onto the ground, and Taurus currently just disappears and just waits for the actual bounding to stop. You three are hoisted, I want to say about 50 feet into this gigantic tree. You see the numerous walls getting closer and closer until finally you hear a large explosion of impact as then you start to land, because now you're catching up to the ground, and you all fall 50 feet down, taking the 15 points of damage.
You think he could have mentioned why the hell it was called the Bounding Grove? Jesus.
Is that common here, Vera?
Oceans are weird. Everything's weird. Things move that shouldn't move. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sorry.
What he said.
Seems that you've joined us mid-bound.
How often does it do that?
About once every so often. Takes a few hours.
A few hours?
Yes.
Okay, I
As
don't
long-
know.
Is there a way to know it's coming?
I will let you know.
Can we hang on to you? Cause we're squishy apparently. Squishier.
If you plan to rest, let me know where you wish to sleep.
I mean, anywhere's fine with us. Well, not anywhere, but like anywhere safe in here near you and not a moving floor.
He kind of looks at you and goes, I like my privacy.
We don't have to be in the same room. I'm just saying we don't have what you have. And she points to his feet.
It's fine. He'll wave his hand, and you see growing out of the ground are these numerous like vines that start to pick up and move and shift pots, sort of creating a little space for you all to sort of take a rest. And as you start to prep yourself for some sort of resting, he flicks a bit of a hand, and almost like an ensnaring like bed of vines, you can actually tuck yourself into it. That'll keep you steady.
That's a new one.
You are surrounded, by the way, by numerous brightly colored flowers and fauna. Some of them kind of... One of them, actually, most of them are labeled, but one of them does catch your eye, where you see the moonlight drop, if you guys remember that. Essentially, if you eaten, it'll make you paralyzed.
We don't want that.
But there's some other plants around you. Wyvern's breath, the quartz dismiss, and viper's sting all surround you. He kind of Kriti sort of looks towards you and goes, well, if you plan to rest, if you don't mind, water my plants before you sleep.
That I can do.
Thank you. And kind of slowly moves his way back into the room that he was hidden with before, which you can only surmise is probably a bedroom.
I vote we take a watch.
I mean, you guys can start resting, and I'll take out the showering stone to start watering the plants.
Okay.
Well, I need to rest. I'm worn out.
We both need to. I'm not out of game. I think both our hit points are down. Our maxes are down. Mine's down by 20.
Mine's down by 17. I'm edging.
Yeah.
You guys start resting. I'll water the plants, and then we'll trade off.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Lila out and I'm gonna tuck her into my bed with me with one arm around her. You're not going nowhere and you're not eating any plants. You go to bed.
You can, with a familiar, you can communicate them like telepathically, and you kind of like tuck yourself in, and she goes, as she starts to growl and sort of just moan, you actually hear the growling coming from the opposite end going.
Don't mind that cat.
Right behind you, Vera.
Let her be.
Taurus.
Meep.
Leave them be.
He's a shit, that one. And then I put her back in her bed. Don't go play with him. He's not friendly.
Savannah, roll me a perception check.
17.
17. Yeah, you start to water the plants. You go to the moonlight drop, which sort of, as you start to water it, it starts to gleam a bit of like a light white. It looks beautiful, but you know well, because you've experienced before, that it can be a very deadly plant if ingested. Could cause paralysis. You move over to the wyvern's breath, and as you start to pour water into that, you see the plant itself is sort of like this tulip type of thing, and as it starts to open, a little puff of fire escapes, and the fire is like continuous, almost like a flame, and it changes into what looks like to be like a rush of cool wind with little particles of ice that start to escape it, that turns into just numerous elements, lightning, a bit of like this acidic poison that is released but doesn't reach your nostrils, which is good. And as you start to finish watering it, it closes.
In the back of my head, I just hear Vera, don't touch it, because I'm like, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Do you want to look at the label?
Yes.
Wyvern's breath. Dragons aren't the only one who can breathe.
Sounds useful, but won't touch.
You go to the court's dismiss, and there, as you go to the pot itself that is labeled the court's dismiss, there is no plant. And you're like, okay, what do you do if you see no plant there?
And there's nothing else on the label, just the court dismiss.
Yeah, if you look at the label underneath it, it says it's away right now, but it'll come back for a drink.
I'll still water the dirt.
The moment water escapes sort of the stone and hits the dirt, you see a small little purple flash of, and the plant is there.
Aww. Cute little bugger continues to water.
It just stays there for the entirety until you finish. It absorbs what little, moisture is in the soil and disappears. And then the viper's sting. As you start to go to that, as you start to water it, the plant opens up and you see what looks to be like a forked tongue that, and inside within the petals are just numerous barbs. And it's like chomping at you, almost like aggressively, but of course it's attached to a stem, so it can't actually reach you.
So I'm gonna stay over here and then water.
But that's essentially your watch. Nothing too crazy to do. Vera Rolly, who's taking the next watch?
Doesn't matter. I think I sleep less, so I guess I could go.
As long as I get my 8 hours. That's all I need.
All right. Vera, we'll have you go. Is there anything you'd like to do during your sort of watch?
I don't know if you'll let me, but I was gonna say, can I use a spell before I took a rest to say, like, ask my brother what's wrong with my dad?
Sure.
Oh wait, he's not even there. I'll ask my younger sister.
Okay. You're gonna ask
Zulia. Yeah, because I forgot they're over there in a different town. I'm gonna ask her, why is dad like super hectic right now, other than the other stuff that's going on?
Immediately a response back of, oh wait, roll me a d20 first.
Oh yeah. Not a win. 19.
19, perfect. You hear, oh my god, Vera, oh my god, I don't know, dad is just...
Should told her about the word limit.
He's freaking out. Apparently, your hubby came by, or at least sent word, and he's talking to people now, and he's just sort of stressed.
Okay. She'll be okay. She thought the kid was here. That's why she was like, oh no. Bad timing. Alright. In her watch, I mean, she has to watch these two. I think unless the treant comes out, she was gonna ask him something.
You can call an audience if you want. You want to go to him?
Yeah. She'll tell Lila to be quiet and to sit with Rolly while he's asleep.
Lila literally just curls against Rolly because he's a large fellow, so it's like that's a lot of body heat. So I just. Yeah, you walk around that corner way.
I like knock though lightly because
there's not really a door. It's more like
him.
it's just around a corner.
Okay.
Because as you peek over, you do see that there is not necessarily a bed, but there is like a patch of dirt and soil. There are hanging bulbs, like glass bulbs of plants that are surrounding him. There is actually like a bunch of like leaves and other like soft materials that are off in the corner where you see the displacer beast is currently sleeping, and with a couple like a small like comparatively small shears, you see Crites currently sort of trimming a bush that's near a window. Just
well, I still knock on the wall then. I don't want to scare his pet.
He sort of looks up, turns to you. Hi.
Don't mean to bother you, but when you said you seen elves like me earlier, where exactly here? And how long ago? Like a really long time ago?
No, I see elves like your kind fairly frequently. I see a lot since my grove bounces around the continent. Let's see where we are. And he starts to almost like split the wood around him as he sort of walks outside now. And he's a large fellow, so you start to see like his roots starting to dig into the dirt, moving past the facsimile of road, and he starts to grow in size. Not like outwardly, just like his legs start to until a point where he can actually see over a lot of sort of the facsimile buildings. About a day or so south. That's the village of Ladrins.
What's left of it?
Oh no. Your kind travels constantly. But as of late, they have been staying in that area.
I think she's gonna whisper and she's like, I don't know. You don't happen to know where or Igor the Hungry resides, do you?
I don't know the name, sadly.
It's like a mutated giant thing.
Oh, giantkin are all over. I'm sorry.
It's okay. They're closer than I thought, so I mean... I think she would try and describe what she thinks her uncle looks like, but I think they look all the same to this guy, so she's just like not gonna do it.
You get a sense that he is like a watcher, seeing things happen all around his grove, but doesn't necessarily interact a lot. So he's like, oh yeah, I've seen I've seen dryads, I've seen giantkin, I've seen eladrins. I don't know them.
No.
But I've like almost like you are birds to him, and he bird watches.
Well, as does neat, said Bird. I'm fine. Why is your pet so grumpy, or is he just naturally that way?
Ooh, that's Taurus. Always has been since he was a cub. Or kitten. I don't know.
Well, thank you for letting us stay here.
Not a problem. I do have a request, but after you've rested.
Okay. And she goes and like just waves and like goes back to her little corner with Rolly, Savannah, and the polar bear.
You guys earned a long rest.
Yeah.
Go ahead and mark that in, that any reduction in your max HP has been removed. So you get that back. In addition, you guys are level 13. I'm sorry that the graphics don't show it, folks, but we'll change that during the break. But you guys are not only fully rested, get your spells back, but you're also higher HP.
Oh,
Better
can I
things.
ask him about one thing?
Sure.
Go back. About that lion with the multicolored mane. Like what his deal is.
Ooh, those are rare.
I've seen him twice.
That's good luck.
Are they nice or are they mean? Like, you shouldn't go up to him.
I don't know. I guess it depends. When I am hungry, I'm pretty mean.
Fair.
Or maybe he's nice when he's fed.
Fair point. Okay.
Okay. Long rest is had as the morning comes. I think what goes through probably Vera's mind is, if we're only a day or two away from where supposedly the Eladrins are, you're kind of really hoping that the Bounding Grove doesn't bound away.
Get out, gotta go.
But you don't feel that motion. But before as you start to wake up and start to collect your things, Kraiti sort of walks in with the numerous snappings of branches as he sits down at one of like a turned over log and just sort of sits there and looks at you all. Might I ask a favor?
Sure. Or what?
Could I have something of yours that you're no longer using? Maybe something magical in nature.
The only thing I could think of is the now defunct dagger, but do we want to give that away?
Maybe not that one.
Not that one. Let's see, what else?
Also, was under the impression that that dagger's no longer magical.
No, it is.
No, it is. You just
it
remove
still?
curse so that you can take it off, Savannah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't, no, you don't want to give him that one. I mean, you know what I could probably give him? I could probably give him my little orb.
That's useful though. Do you want to get rid of that?
I mean, I don't make much use of it.
It's mainly because when we use it, we're sneaking.
Do you hand him the orb?
Yeah, I had the orb.
You hand him the orb. He sort of reaches out, this long, branch-covered, sort of wood in hand, reaches forward and goes, "That's very kind. Please, feel free to take a plant."
Really?
Like a whole
Yes.
plant?
I grab Rolly to drag him to the Wyvern breath one. You gotta see this. You gotta see this. This one.
So we're just gonna be carrying a plant around.
No, essentially he's asking, you could take a flower with you.
Oh, like a clipping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Rolly, look. So I'm gonna take the stone to water the Wyvern breath plant to show him what it did last night.
Numerous elements.
Cool.
Maybe you clip it since you got shears. I don't want to pull on it.
Of course. Sort of reaches
Wait,
over.
before you clip it, how useful is this? Like, I like it because it looks good, but...
If you eat it, you should be able to breathe. Kinda like a dragon.
How do we
Can you...
store
Oh,
it?
go ahead.
So, mechanically, essentially, the Wyvern Breath is that if you eat it as a bonus action... excuse me, no. If you eat it as a free action, you can cast Dragon's Breath.
Oh. What
Which-
about
No,
the
go for it.
hiding one over there?
Oh. I forgot the name of it, but I have it here. The Court's Dismiss. If it allows you to, you can harness its power to disappear. Essentially that one. So let's go and go mechanically. The Wyvern's Breath. If eaten, you can cast the Dragon's Breath spell, which I believe is like a 50-foot cone and does like 2d6 damage to everyone if they make a dex save. The Court's Dismiss, if eaten, you can cast the Blink spell. And I'll run through the other ones. You already know about the Moonlight Drop. If it's eaten, you become paralyzed. No save. The Viper's Sting, if it's eaten, the person who ingested it becomes poisoned. No save. So there's some active ones you can use, and there's some sneaky things you can do with the others. So it's up to you what you like to have.
Oh, I don't have any preference. I just want to make sure a bag doesn't get set on fire or something.
Maybe I'm still with the Wyvern's Breath one, but since it's Rolly item, I let him choose.
I mean, I have to. I'm not really familiar with too much magic, guys. Does this sound useful to you? I don't know if we're gonna be in a position to poison anyone. That we would want
I disagree with that, but it's always in a position to poison someone.
Broly looks at Savannah like concern.
You know what you signed up for.
Thank you.
Concern.
But if you don't want to poison someone, you can disappear or turn into a dragon. Or at least breathe like a dragon.
I'll get the dragon's breath, I guess.
Okay.
I'll do that one.
Crichton kind of moves over, snips it, and the petals themselves sink inwards and immediately start to dry out. Not where they're flaky, but enough where like you can ingest it quickly.
Can you propagate it or like regrow them to grow more from it, or it's just once you cut it, it's a one-time thing?
Ooh, I have plenty.
I was thinking more if we wanted to. Could we grow anything from it?
Oh. Keep this, and I'll give you some seeds. Kind of goes back into another section of the tree, and comes back with looks like to be a small little like leather pouch, very tiny, and it's holding about four seeds.
I guess the better question is, does this grow outside of the Fae?
Oh, I don't know. I've never been.
Maybe when things are less nuts, you can ask my dad.
It would be something to fun to plant back home, so I'll take the seeds.
Okay.
If anybody knows how to grow something, it's probably him or my mom from here anyway.
He takes one of the numerous like purplish leaves to you, Rolly. Crushes it between his thumbs and forefinger and sort of just sprinkles a bit of the purple dust around you. Kind of holds up the orb that you've given him and goes, "Thank you."
Hope it serves you well, and thank you for the generous gift.
Guess we get going. Oh, I tell them about the Aldrin village, and then I go and get my polar bear out of the vine bag.
The tree ant goes, "Oh,
Oh, do you want to see her? She's a little...
we're
Yeah.
about to jump."
Oh, we gotta go.
Oh yeah, we gotta go.
Bye.
Thank you.
As you start to rush your way out, going towards the very edging of what would be the Clayton city. In addition to that, rolling in addition to the I'm trying to think of words. In addition to the plant that you procured, you also have Krite's Blessing. While within the Feywild, the boon given to you is that you can give yourself a +5 to any roll once. Or you can give an enemy a -5 to their roll once. So it's a one-time use, and you have a choice of how you want to use it.
Wonder if we'll run into that lion again. Apparently it's a good thing as long as he's not hungry.
But how do we know it's not hungry?
We don't. But he hasn't attacked us. He kind of just leaves us alone. Which is a surprise here anyway.
Because this little experiment made me realize I wasn't attuned to it anymore, can I start reattuning to the jellyfish?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I put back on the necklace.
We can say that happened during the long rest as well. As you guys start to head southwards, honestly, at this point, you're not really entirely sure where you are equivalent-wise to where you would be in the material plane. It's very odd.
She's just heading south and looking for a village.
Yeah. You start to head deep into what looks like to be a large, very confined looking forest that just sort of covers the entire horizon in front of you as you head southwards.
She has Lila out though because she feels bad that she never lets her out because she always feels like she's in danger.
And we're not now.
She kind of blends in with the terrain, to be fair. She's a purple bear.
As Lila sort of is bounding with you, kind of excitedly, almost like a dog.
I just tell her stay close, don't eat anything.
As Lila walks towards the horizon of this sort of tree line, there's an empty space where she can kind of squeeze through, and she hits something.
Can we see what she hit?
Rolling perception check.
She got too excited. She was a dopey dog. 17.
17. You look at where she's hit herself. There's nothing there.
Alright, I'm gonna mage hand shit out to see if I can touch it.
Yeah, I pull her back a little.
The hand touches an empty space.
But so it hit something, but there's nothing there, right?
Yeah.
That's what I understand? Hey, you might want to pull out your lantern.
Oh, okay. She pulls out her lantern.
Oh, damn it.
It was a decent chunk of change. I better use it.
Essentially, what you find yourself in is an illusionary forest where these spots that are empty, where you would sort of curve around and duck around a tree, are trees. And the spaces that are trees that can be visible without that lantern are empty spaces.
Follow lantern, Lila. She goes forward.
Just a 30-foot radius of
Poor bear ran into a tree.
You see a little bit of splinter in her nose, and she's like...
I take it out. I'm just trying to pat it.
You start to walk through this illusionary forest. You get a sense that if you didn't have that lantern, you'd be bumping yourself every 3 seconds, and it'd be annoying as fuck. But as you continue going forward, I'd like everyone to roll me a perception check.
Damn, same roll. 17. Different dice.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
A whopping 11.
Rolly, you...
I'm confused.
You're falling behind, Vera. You're not today.
Yeah, Vera, just tell me what to do. I have no idea. Yeah. I have a feeling that if you asked me to take the lead on anything, or if you wanted me to take point, we'd probably be in trouble.
Well, survival still works the same way as tracks and stuff. It's just it's a little twisted over here.
And you see that right there, the twisty thing. Yeah, that's a lot bigger to me than you think. I'm used to I'm used to things I know. I have no clue about any of this. Sure, there's dirt. That's about it. Look, there's multiple footprints all over the ground. I have no idea what made those. Zero clue. I couldn't tell you if it was a horse or some sort of bay I don't even know what this, I couldn't even start to tell you. That's how like confused I am about where I'm at.
Savannah, with your nat 20, you hear sounding of leather wings flapping through the day. And with the help of Vera's lantern that's currently pushing aside a lot of what looks to be the illusionary trees, able to get a clear sight of through would have been a very tight canopy. You see a very spindly looking dragonkin. Some kind of... It doesn't look like a natural dragon where its neck is long. It has weak, almost like weird but weak translucent wings. Its claws are unnaturally long, about 5 feet in length. It sort of like has to, the way it's flying is like it has to dangle them like this. Its eyes are bug-eyed, bright yellow, and where its mane would be, it had like where like it would have a lot of the florals. It has like whiskers, like catfish. It starts to circle around.
I pick up Lila.
I'm like, guys, not to freak you guys out more, but
Is there like an actual tree that we can like lean up against, kind of like blend in with?
You are in an illusionary forest, so you tell me. Because the way it's working is that it's like a forest, except the empty spaces are trees, and the tree spaces are empty spaces.
so for now, why don't we put the lantern down?
Yeah.
And if for the trees are empty spaces, go to an empty space.
Roll me stealth checks, all of you guys.
Can't give myself guidance, can I?
Not at this moment.
Damn it.
19.
Oh, never mind. Natural 20. Was the bear. The bear gave me.
It's the bear, David.
Now roll me a bear stealth check.
21.
Oh.
Roll me a stealth check for the bear.
I'm holding her.
She doesn't understand what's going on. She's,
I don't know how to roll a stealth check for the bear.
roll a d20,
I give her guidance?
and you... No!
Oh, 4.
As you
left.
pick her up, she goes,
Shut up.
the large, almost bug-like eyes look down.
Can I say with like my natural 20, like I twist her inward, so like my back is towards this thing,
Sure.
and she's in front of me?
The pathway you were going southwards, you are blocked as this spindly green-looking dragon sort of lands, and you can hear the sound of trees being pushed away, and a lot of the illusion that was there starts to get interrupted as it just sort of crusting its way in to make room. And
Can I snap my well, I don't want to snap my fingers. Can I like make her poof?
yeah.
I make her poof.
Hello, my little friends.
Why does everything have to talk?
Where are you
close friends.
going? It asks.
I say exploring and Sylvan, and then I say friends.
Oh, exploring. Would you like to answer my questions?
Don't think we have a choice. What kind of question?
It stands on its hind legs and it starts to grow in height. With its sort of spindly looking claw hands, just starts to clap a bit. Ah, exciting. What has to be broken before you use it?
I hate riddles.
Goddamn.
Can we
riddles.
phone a friend?
As bad as I feel like I should know this riddle.
I married that. I feel like I should know this riddle, but I don't know it.
Broken before it can be fixed.
broken before it can be used.
What has to be broken before you can use it?
I don't know. No, the bear didn't say I don't know. I'm just thinking.
It's an egg.
Oh, that does make sense. Well, you could boil it, you know.
That's not necessarily true.
You still need to crack the shell, do you not?
I don't know. Some people eat shells.
Then let me give you another one. What has many ears but cannot hear?
Cornfield?
He looks towards you, Savannah. Corn is correct. Yes, and he starts to clap his hands.
As he drops his dice.
Last question. You can cut me, dice me, slice me, and all the while, you cry. What am I?
Onions.
Onion.
You see his like gigantic bug eyes sort of shift over to you, Vera and Savannah, as you answer onion. And he's like, yes, that's correct.
Everything was food.
Also helps we were friends with the farmer.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one. I remember this. My dad used to tell me this one. I have a riddle for you. So, a farmer has 26 sick sheep, but one of them died. How many sheep are left?
Farmer has 26 sick sheep, and one dies. I would surmise 25.
I'll say it again. A farmer had 26 sick sheep, but one of them died. How many sheep are left?
You see a real, like through this open jaw, almost looking like a catfish type of mouth, sort of just starts to smirk a bit. I don't know. What?
The answer is 26 sheep are left.
Why?
Because the farmer died.
It's sort of its long neck is starting to pull its body closer to you, just sort of like trying to get a beat on you, Rolly. And as it does so, you see it freezes up, stands at attention. Next time, starts to take it up into the air. It looks back at the horizon and goes, starts to fly northwards, and following it, what you see coming from the horizon that blocks the entire light, it almost becomes nighttime, is a continent-size owl.
Fuck.
Like, you just see a gigantic face, bulging gigantic eyes that move across you, and almost like a plane that has been above you, just constant feathers and body until finally, and you can feel the wind with one of its gigantic flaps just pulling you down. That's currently chasing this dragon.
I don't know if I'm more terrified of the dragon or the owl.
The dragon just saved us from the owl, or that just was circumstance?
I think he was just big enough to see first.
So creatures ask riddles.
Yeah,
And then-
it's weird here. Things talk that shouldn't talk. Things are huge that shouldn't be huge. Things are colorful. Like it's weird. I don't know how my dad lived here all this time, but I mean, I guess if you grew up with it, it's different. Are you okay, Rolly?
Confused. I'm so confused.
Good job on the riddle. I think it saved us.
Hey man, my dad taught me that one. I was like, I too also told my dad 25. Then he said I was wrong and he forced me to do an extra day's worth of labor.
Well, you probably didn't get it wrong again after that.
No.
Make sure you listen to every word he's ever said ever again.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm assuming you guys continue southwards.
Yeah, I put my little lantern up, like cover it up a little bit, but just enough so we can see.
You continue traveling southward. A few hours have passed now. And you know, Vera, that you've only got 3 days until you can travel back. If not, you have to wait an additional 3 days.
Yeah.
You also know that, according to Crites, that the village is only a day or so away, so make haste. But as you continue going, let's see here. You can hear numerous sounds of clanking and metallic objects moving in sequence. The tree lines start to slowly fade away as you are now met with looks like to be a rolling hill of yellow grass, bits of green that sort of sprouts in between with bright red flowers. And further down, as you start over like you're a bit of like on a hilltop where the forest was behind you, and it starts to go downwards. You can see numerous wooden tents with tarps and fabrics of all different types. A makeshift outdoor marketplace is out here with a bridge that goes over a babbling brook. And almost every being here that is currently shopping and selling are small, I will say maybe about 3 foot tall little tin men. Where you can see some of them going, yes, thank you, please come again, and then sort of metallic workings move gears and servos as it turns to a next shopper and goes, yes, how can I help you? And you can just hear this sort of monotone voice speaking from each speaker box from every single one of these little tin men.
Does Vera know that, like, if gold's even good here? Like, because I have a feeling like it's not.
You don't know.
Okay.
You get a little closer, you can see a lot of these little tin constructs. They're wearing like little like sailor uniforms that are made out of metal. So like, you know, button up with the collars, a bit of a hat that's certainly currently pulled to the side. Their eyes are like glass, like tinted blue glass, and their mouth is constantly open with a square, where you can only assume that the voice, some sort of arcane force, is allowing them to speak through it. They got thin, small arms and legs with heavy appendages, like heavy arms, or I should say hands, and heavy feet that sort of give a and they sort of waddle as they walk. You can see they're just like trading from one another. But yeah, there are numerous shops to look at, and as you start to walk closer, none of them pay you really any mind. You're different. You're way different than they are, but they're just like, hello, would you like to buy something?
It's gonna like tighten my stuff to me a little bit. Not that I don't trust them, but Vera doesn't trust anything over here. So,
I thought we were already doing that.
yeah, well, even more so. But like,
I actually asked, I'm like, what's your currency?
We're selling heads. We'll take gold.
What kind of heads?
And kind of like showcases the counter in front of them. We have fox heads. We have fairy heads. We have bear heads. And starts to go through like just a smorgasbord of just like taxidermied heads. As he's giving this spiel, you hear sort of where the sound of wind and rush, a bit of arcane force. You look up and you see what looks to be like a headless a scarecrow made of straw and twigs. Though it has no head, it looks down, sort of like its body. It shapes shifts down to you guys and goes, "Well, look who we have here. Hey, hey, how tall are you?" Sort of like motions to you, Rolly.
That's a hard callback.
Pretty tall.
Pretty tall? Yeah. Hey, I've seen taller. Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Hey, go buy me a head.
How tall is this guy?
He's like 4 feet on top of the thing.
Why don't I buy you bigger legs? Looks like you need them.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you.
Hey, metal woman. Yeah, with the fucking rainbow hair. Why don't you buy me a head?
Maybe if you ask nicely.
No, fuck you. What about you, cat?
Who are you calling cat?
Fucking whatever, man. Sort of leans back.
What's he selling?
The headless scarecrow was not selling anything, just sort of berating you guys. However, the tin man in front of you is selling heads.
Okay. I go to the Tin Man.
Hello, what can I get you?
Hi, you sell heads?
I do. Would you like? We have orc heads, fox
Ooh.
heads. We have, and just starts to go through like numerous sets. He's like bear, fish, fairy.
What's the coolest head you have?
That would be this ice head, and sort of motions towards a wet puddle.
And I'm
Okay.
like, how much is it?
10 gold.
Oh, I'll take one.
Which head would you like?
The coolest one you have.
Looks back at the puddle. There is no head there. It's just a
Water.
evaporated puddle of water. Perhaps you'd like something better.
Yes.
What are you getting the head for, Rolly? Are you really gonna give it to the scarecrow?
What else do you have?
He just ignores me. Alright.
We have panther heads. We have worm heads, and it's like a little tiny earthworm.
Take your panther head.
What? Why?
I'm gonna say a pumpkin.
He reaches down, pulls out a black furred panther head, and goes, 10 gold, please.
What's it made out of?
It's made out of panther.
Like real panther?
Yes,
Can I touch it?
you may.
I touch it.
You touch it. It feels like fur, feels like skin underneath that fur.
Interesting.
Then you see another tin man go, have you made a sale yet? I would like to buy. Hold on, I'm with a customer.
So Rolly is looking for something less skin and flesh and more like wood or smaller, more, how do you say, malleable things?
Would you like a wood head?
Yes.
He motions towards the back of his little sort of makeshift little shack, and there is a headboard of a bed.
How big is it?
Pretty big. It's
Pretty big.
like literally like a headboard. I think headboards are like 5 feet or something, maybe a little like 4 or 5 feet.
Yeah. Oh Lord, that's too big. Do you have something perhaps made out of like straw, or branches, or leaves, or something like that?
I have a tree ant head.
Oh,
No.
No.
We don't want that.
no, we don't want that. Do you have a pumpkin head?
Or
Yeah, you have a
turnip?
pumpkin.
I do have a
Turn up.
pumpkin head.
I have a
and
feeling
I see
I have a feeling I used to talk.
It pulls out a pumpkin head, opens up the top, pulls out the candle, and goes, not part of the sale, and puts it back down and takes the candle.
How big is it?
Yeah, it's
The
about
size of a pumpkin?
size of a pumpkin, about a foot or a foot or two.
Do you have two of them?
1 second. Turns around, leaves.
Bye bye. Have a beautiful
Walks
time.
across and just leaves. And you see the one that was waiting for sales just goes, I guess I'll shop elsewhere. Turns around and goes somewhere else.
What are you looking? I was like, wait. What are you looking for?
I want to buy a head.
What kind of head do you want to buy?
A pig's head.
A pig's head. Ooh, nice. Nice choice. Any particular type of pig you interested in? Maybe like a standard, a black hog. I don't know, brown hog.
I didn't.
I'm basically trying to keep him here.
I didn't think of type.
Yes, that's very important.
And
you want to make sure that you get your message across very strong.
You know a lot about heads. Maybe you should pick a head for me.
Well, I'd be more than happy to give you that. Let's see here. So what are you looking for a head for specifically? What is the application?
I'm going to buy a head, add it to my collection, and then sell heads.
Ah, interesting choice. I see. What an entrepreneur we have here. Oh, man.
You can hear as you see the original Tin Man holding a pumpkin that looks like it was freshly cut and is walking over, pulls out a little knife and starts to cut a jack-o'-lantern thing out, like a face, and then scoops out all the insides and then presents it. We have 2 pumpkin heads.
Perfect. I'll take both. And then I'm going to turn to the other gentleman and say, pig's heads are very nice. Do you happen to have an orc head by chance?
I do not.
Now that is, in my opinion, a prime place to start. Nothing says absolute badass like having the head of an orc in your collection.
He kind of nods in your direction, looks around you because you're a large fellow towards the proprietor and goes, "Do you have any orc heads?" "Yes, I do. I will take one." Looks
Make sure to get the one with the biggest tusks. Make sure.
"Do you have one with big tusks?" And they just have like this one-on-one conversation.
So I paid 20 gold for the 2 pumpkin heads.
Yes, you do.
Okay. And I was like, "Thank you for your business."
Thank you. Please come again if you ever want heads.
Yes. And then I give a pumpkin to I'll give a pumpkin to Savannah, and I'll be like, "Hey, hide this.
Hide this.
Just hide it. You're good at that."
Is it too big? I'm assuming it's too big to fit in the bag of holding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fine. Then you're gonna miss out on the fun. Stay here.
Wait. I have an idea. Let me just check something.
I don't know what's going on, so I'm just gonna roll with this.
I don't even know what is going on. Can I minor illusion the pumpkin to something else?
Yeah, actually, you definitely can. You can actually like flavor text it, have it like blend in with the ground or a tree, or you can change it into something different, like you're holding a box.
There we go. I'm gonna minor illusion it into a rock, and then I'm gonna put the rock down, and I'm gonna sit against it.
There you go.
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm staying here.
Okay. You're gonna miss out on the fun. Hey Vera, come with me.
Are we gonna go talk to the asshole scarecrow? I just go for supervision.
Wait. I pick up a rock and walk with them. I want to see this.
Dude, Savannah, you picked up a huge rock, dude.
Yeah, bitch. I'm stronger than you sometimes.
She's not.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought we were friends. Ow. Fine. Jeez,
well,
we'll
are
talk
you
about
at
this
least gonna
later.
clue us into what we're doing?
I mean, Vera already picked up on it.
No, I don't think she did.
Oh, I think she did.
Yeah, I did.
Anyway,
We're gonna go
follow
talk to
me,
the
Vera.
asshole scarecrow.
Follow me. Let's go. Let's have some fun. And I take the pumpkin and I go back to the asshole guy.
Probably
Okay.
not gonna say anything
He's
good
currently
though.
like you can't find. He was originally on top of the actual stand you were buying heads from, and as you kind of look towards that location, he's no longer there. It doesn't take you very long to find him by a nearby tree near the brook, just watching you all. Like a leg kicking outwards, just sort of in the wind, and sort of sits up as he starts to recognize you, start to approach, and goes, "Oh, look who it is! The giant asshole."
Huh, look who it is. the small asshole.
Yeah.
Hey, you still need a head, buddy?
Yeah, you buying me one?
Hey, look what I got.
All right, give it to me.
And then as I go to reach it out to him, I crush it in my hands. That's right. Fuck you, buddy. You'd get a head if you were a lot nicer. Ass.
You.
Vera's
There's
just like,
there's a moment where he's just like you can see the breath, like not like the chest move in and out, like almost huffing, like really upset, and he looks around quickly at the branch he's currently at, plucks a pine cone and just chucks it at your head.
I'm gonna follow back with, if you want a head, that's not the way to do it. Maybe you should be nicer to people.
No, fuck you. You crushed my head.
You don't know if I have another head?
Do you have another head?
You don't know that.
I'm asking.
I don't need to tell you anything. You need to be nicer.
Throws another pine cone at you.
I take it and I toss it back at him.
I don't think he's getting the moral of what you're trying to teach him.
Either, Broly. You might want to change your approach.
Maybe if you give him a head, maybe it'll be a little less dense.
I look at Vera as she said that and says, I doubt it. I have a feeling if we gave him a head, he'd be just as dense, but with a head.
Actually,
why are you missing your head anyway?
Scarecrow, how'd you lose your head?
Someone took it.
Was it the robot thingies?
Probably. Hey,
How do you not
cat,
know
you
who
gonna
it
give me a
was?
head?
Can you say please?
Probably.
That's ask nicely. We'll think about getting you a head.
Please, cat, can you give me a head?
Look at that! He's got manners! Well,
I think that's as good as you're gonna get.
I think that's the best we're gonna get. I actually walk up to him with the rock.
Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Oh, you're funny, aren't you? You're a funny fucking cat.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a funny fucking cat. Take off the illusion.
Oh, shit, give it to me.
You want to say that again now?
Oh, shit, give it to me?
No.
No.
Oh,
I'm
shit,
gonna just
please
shout-
give it to me.
Hey, Aurora's gonna be the voice in the background. She means say please, asshat!
Say please, asshat, please give it to me.
Oh dear lord.
Hey,
Okay,
say please
repeat
twice.
after me. May you please
May you please
give me a
give
head?
me.
You know what? Good enough.
That's close
Place on
enough.
head.
So he grabs the head. And the head starts to move with it, almost like starting to emote with its own emotion. Better. Finally. God. Okay, well, I guess I don't need this anymore. And hands you 500 gold. And then you notice that you were missing 500 gold. And
I told you they're sneaky. I ain't got nothing on anything out.
I got nothing on it.
I tell you. I mean,
This
at
is
the...
the last time I
No, I think you being nice to things around here will only benefit, hopefully you, but just not overly nice.
I look back at Sav after this realization and say, I'm so blessed to have been here for this.
This is your fault.
I don't know whatever deity's out there, but thank you.
This is your fault. You had.
He didn't even get that close to you. I mean, close enough, apparently.
He stole from the rogue.
He must have stolen from either he stole it from us when we were dealing with the damn robot people, which I don't trust the robot people either. Matter of fact, do I check the rest of my stuff? Am I missing anything else?
no, you're not missing anything else. But you can hear numerous talkings behind you where it's like, that one went away. Loss of customer. Oh well.
I think we should get going.
Real quick, if you want to check out the market, roll me a perception check.
Oh, 26.
Oh, of course, that's fine.
22.
22.
Okay, well you're pretty much notice a lot of things.
Good.
You notice one of the tin men here who has a small little amulet. It has a clock in it, like a mechanical clock that's moving. You can hear the tin man go, "Clockwork amulet for sale, 400 flowers. Anyone?"
Don't have that many flowers.
You move on and you see there's it looks like a tuft of small leaves, and for some reason, Savannah, as you walk past it, you kind of go, like something in your body reacts to it, and the clockwork, the tin man goes, catnip amulet, for sale, anyone?
I'm really just gonna hope nobody noticed the reaction I'm having to this right now.
How much?
Tuft of fur. You have a lot
really
of fur. Kind of looks to you.
How much?
A
Wait, how
tuft.
much?
A tough.
A tuft.
Yeah, I'm running away from Rolly right now.
Vera, how much is a tuft?
Like a little pinch, a tuffet.
I look at Savannah.
What do you need a catnip amulet for?
Do you take gold?
Tuft of fur.
But gold
your
is more
chin
valuable.
fur could do.
Oh! Oh, good! So then I go and I actually, so I'm assuming my beard is, like, super long, because I actually
Yeah.
haven't had a chance
You
to,
haven't
clear
shaved.
it
I
up.
don't think you've ever told me you've shaved. It's probably a mountain man right now.
I assume that, like, you know, in intervals, you know, in our domain, like, you know, I would clean up just a little bit, so... Shit!
Takes your hair, gives you the amulet. The catnip amulet. Once a day, you can, as an action, activate the amulet, and it will summon a cat for an hour.
Well,
Do I fall under that category?
No, I'm actually talking
Thank
about
you.
not a tabaxi, an actual like house cat.
But does it have any secondary effects? Does it have any particular effects?
it's gonna make her eyes go
on...
dilated.
It smells
and do
like
this.
catnip. And Savannah, to you, it's like one of those things where like your senses go a little heightened around it, and you're just like it's like messing with your nose.
I don't trust this man. I don't trust this man.
Now
you have done many things to me in the time I've known you, Savannah. So it's about time I start paying you back for some of them, starting here.
in addition to all those high rolls for perception you got, you also see another tin man go, "I'm selling a parrot's dart. A parrot's dart."
A parrot's dart.
The hell's a parrot's dart? Or what does it look like he's selling?
It looks like a small dart, like the point of a needle, and at the end, instead of like a handle, it looks like a small engraving of a parrot.
What does it do? It's just a dart?
Would you like a demonstration?
Not on me.
Not on us. Okay.
Thank you.
Then I cannot provide a demonstration.
You can't just tell me what it does?
It's better to show.
Mm.
Mm.
If we buy...
Fine. I'll volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, you did take 8 darts, but it's a fey dart.
He said he's gonna show us. Hopefully that means don't shoot us. So yeah, show us.
I
If you
need-
gotta shoot.
2 people.
Uh-uh.
I grab Savannah.
We're
We're going on an adventure, buddy.
All right, let's go.
Who's first? Okay. This is perfect. This little, miniature arm, massive hand, metallic, takes this dart, gets your hand, and just pricks a little bit. And you see the little parrot go, like, open up. He takes then the needle, gets Rolly's hand, and pricks it, and it closes down. There.
It just enlarges and shrinks?
Or stores blood.
He just looks to you, Rolly.
Do I feel anything?
The moment you say, "Do I feel anything?" your voice sounds like Savannah.
Oh God, yes! How much? How much? How much? How much? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! How much?
It costs 500 gold.
Rolly.
Hey, what? Maybe Savannah lost another gold pouch. I don't know.
I don't think we need that, as funny as it is.
Either that, or if you can get me a bird.
What are you gonna do with the bird?
500 gold pieces or a bird.
I don't want, I'm not giving him a bird.
I don't know how I feel about hunting in the Feywild, so...
Things hunt you.
Fine. 500 gold.
You now have the parrot's dart. Essentially, when a target is struck, it deals 1 point of damage. At this particular example, you were not dealt that point of damage. But if used, the target takes 1 point of damage, and the parrot stores that target's voice. You can then implant that voice into any other person you wish.
It could be useful later on, so...
For how long?
Oh, it lasts for an hour. So you can...
Wait, so Rolly sounds like me for an hour?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, God.
So that was 1, 2 rolls. The last roll from between all three of you, you see...
Delivery.
Oh, you
Are
see...
you okay over there?
You see one of the Tin Men. He is looking. He's sort of holding up what looks to be a enlarged dream catcher, and goes, "I'm selling a dream catcher. Anyone?"
What does it do? Does it actually do anything?
Yes.
What?
This dream catcher can catch things that have no material body.
How much?
I would like a dream.
Vera thinks about her dreams because they are not good.
Like a dream of a description of a dream, or?
I would like a dream that you've had before.
Can I roll a history check to remember all the dreams I've ever had?
Oh yeah, you know what?
Feel
I'll
free.
give him one of Dendar.
Of Dendar?
Ooh.
Okay, do you want to do that?
Yeah. What I mean, at the point I didn't know it was Dendar, but it was just like...
I rolled a 17.
17. Vera kind of already sort of moves up, Rolly, as you're currently thinking of a dream to provide, and you remember most of your dreams. As you start to describe the beach scene, Vera, you had, as you were visited by the giant yellow eyes in the sky that make up almost space itself, as Dendar kind of was looking at all three of you as being the ones who were going to return his sliver of his tooth. You start to describe it, and as you start to do so, it's almost like when you throw a slinky down a stairs, you can't really stop it. You just start it, and then it just starts to come out, and it's like
It rolls out.
Yeah, it's like you just can't stop describing the scenery. Vincent LeBeau, who was there, and all these other sort of factors and forms, until finally it releases, and he's currently holding what looks to be a purplish ball of energy and puts it into a bottle. The tattoo on your wrist goes away.
Okay.
Oh.
You no longer can subclass into any other place without the prerequisites. Also, Dendar is no longer looking at you.
That's okay with me.
That's
not my god.
Actually, seeing that has made me realize, I'm glad I kept my mouth shut.
Can I do that? Can you have another?
I do have another dream catcher.
I want what she had.
Because to Vera, that's not who she serves. So it's just like,
I'll say this, Rolly. If you do this, you're going to lose your levels of Warlock. You thinking of doing that? Okay.
I don't know how we would compensate for the lost levels. Like, are they gone? Because that would put me back 2 levels.
That would put you back 2 levels.
I can't, like... I don't think I can do... I don't think I could jailbreak this, because there's, like, a ceremony if you want to be in... Like, I don't want him to pick Paylor, but I mean, like, you can choose to be in the god's service for a day. I don't think that would help him, like, remove whatever he's got.
Tell you what. We can work this out by doing the following. If you'd like to do this transaction, for the time being, you will no longer have access to your Warlock spells. You would lose your patron because you would lose the memory of doing that. And such, the contract between you and Dendar is null and void. In addition...
Will he still look at me?
Glancing over to how Vera no longer has her wrist tattoo, you get a sense that his eyes would be off you now.
For now.
Okay.
For now.
In addition to that, that would mean that you would have an open space if you wanted to take any other subclass for like magic. We can work that out. If there's some sort of story beat, we can do that. If you rather just take more levels in Barbarian, I will say maybe after a long rest and a greater restoration, that can happen.
Would I know about the greater restoration though?
No, but I think if we were hypothetically to do the scenario, you would get very exhausted, and Vera being sort of more of the medically and healing inclined, you would notice that probably just needs to be restored a bit.
Well, that, and we also know, like, that's his deal with... Because he told us that was his deal with Dendar to get him out of the...
So it's up to you how... We could discuss it during short rest of how you want to play Rolly from now on.
I always
but
break the DM
I can do it right now.
face.
We're going to do it right now?
We do it right now. Right now.
We'll do it later.
Right now.
We'll do it later, but we'll say...
No, we do it right now.
I will give you the option to switch up a few things, because in D&D you can do that.
I think he just means to, like, narrate it right now. He can pick the other stuff after.
Do you take the second Dreamcatcher?
Yes.
And I'm assuming you give him the Dendar dream?
Yes.
Rolly, as you start to describe the dream and the pact that you unconsciously made, like Vera, it just starts to come out. But instead of this bright pink description, this coloration of magic and orb, you start to see what looks to be like yellow mixed with green. Just sort of wisp a bright colored energy that starts to come out, just and then as it starts to happen, the tattoo upon your wrist starts to burn like brightly, until finally you release it, and the last bit that comes out, you just hear like steaming coming off you, almost equivalent to a hiss, as the Tin Man pockets it and hands you the Dreamcatcher.
What does the Dreamcatcher do again?
Essentially what it's like is that it's like a net, like the actual weapon for net, except it can capture those formless creatures like ghosts or water elementals that are immune to immune to being grappled.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wrote that part down, because I...
So for now, Rolly, you have lost all your evocations. You don't have magic. And we're going to keep your HP as it is right now, but that might change by the next stream.
Yeah.
Do I look at the mark? Did it leave anything?
It's clean gone.
I think Vera just, like, puts her hand on Rolly's shoulder, like, you sure that's okay? I mean, I know you didn't like it all the way.
And I'm gonna say, under my breath, not even acknowledging Vera, just kind of my own thing, like, thank you, Jesus.
Oh yeah, don't you worship like Demeter or somebody?
No.
His family
I
does.
worship
Your
anybody.
family does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you know, Vera, I thought about it, and initially I thought it was a good idea because I wanted to kind of explore that, but I can't really deny who I am, and it just seems like this is really more of a hindrance than a boon, if you will.
I mean,
You know, it's like what good is having a boon if you can't really use it when you need it?
I have an idea. Rolly, as that magic, that feeling of that the magic leaving you, it does leave a bit of a pocket in your body where something needs to be filled, and where there is air, fire may emerge, and the brand bloodline within you starts to burn brightly.
Is it searing pain?
No, but it feels like,
Like a warm rush.
yeah.
I'm free! Haha! And I look at Savannah and Vera and I say, screw you guys! I'm free! No longer am I shackled to you! Ha!
The Fire Son, if it officially accepts he's the Fire Son.
I'm free now. Your words do not bother me.
I don't know. All my deals end up being pretty fun, so I'm good.
yeah,
I
with the
activate
exception
the
of a few.
I activate the catnip amulet.
Okay. Please describe to me what kind of cat you want.
Honestly, basically I want Binks.
You want Binks?
Like my favorite cat ever.
You close
I
your
mean,
eyes.
he is an awesome cat.
Close your eyes. You look at you start to imagine, you know, a fluffy black cat, you know, greenish yellow eyes, you know, sort of a big poofy face, and out of the catnip amulet, a white spirit jumps out and pops out, and you see what looks like to be one of those sphinx cats, like hairless,
Oh no.
that just goes
Oh.
"Rah," and just sort of sits down and looks at you.
You got a naked cat. It is
Well.
Fey.
And then
Well, I
immediately
get-
as you look at it, it goes, starts to run away.
But I had food for you.
Is that what the amulet's supposed to do? Nice. Actually, I think I like this amulet after all.
My kitty.
Maybe you have to have a
No.
better intention.
I do have better intention. I wanted my own cat.
Well, I mean, because you bought it to screw over Savannah, so maybe your intention
I mean,
has
you
something.
called, so
I will admit that when the use of the amulet is done, a small puff of catnip is sort of released into the air. So it's one of those things where it's used and you're like, ah, God damn it, no, 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 no.
your use is just giving me hay fever. I don't know why you thought that was funny.
You know, this kind of explains how all my dad's kids turned out. Like, a lot. This place is very much in our bloodline.
Well, I don't know about
Everything
you.
has double meaning and you have to really think about it.
No. We all like playing pranks on each other in weird-ass ways. Like, a lot. There's 4 of us.
If you guys can chat it out, I'm gonna go find my cat.
Okay.
Roll me a survival check.
I'm good with those, except not here.
I'm like, Vera, is it smart to let him go chase off a Sphinx cat in the Feywild?
No, but he's gonna go do it anyway.
Yeah.
You are correct. And with that high of a roll, I'm doing it anyway. That is going to be a 23.
You start to follow the cat underneath the bridge that goes underneath the brook,
Uh-oh.
and immediately hanging out under the bridge is the now head form of the scarecrow, who is just sort of hanging underneath it, sort of like picking at like his twig fingers, and immediately you see your cat run, jump, and start to scratch at the scarecrow, and immediately you can hear, "A fucking beast! What the fuck is this?
What are you doing down here?
I hang out here. What the fuck you doing here?"
What kind of creep hangs out under a bridge? What are you, a troll? Well, actually.
I have
Yeah.
friends who are trolls, thank you very much.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, troll. You like my cat? I trained it to sniff out douchebags. Looks like I did it right. Douchebag.
Hey. Hey. Go fuck yourself.
Or did he just leave?
Yeah.
Where's the cat?
Douche.
The cat
That's
just
the
sort of
thing, you
stops
think the cat
scratching
is
and is like looking around for it and just goes and just starts to walk with Rolly.
Is it a
It's a Nicky cat.
it's a spirit or an actual animal?
For the next hour it's an actual animal.
Oh. I say, "Hi, buddy."
You can't understand it as it meows back.
Are you sure about that?
I think he is actually.
Actually I am.
Oh.
You've lost your evocations.
Oh. I'm gonna do the Darth Vader. No. Well, pet it and say, "I wish I could talk to you." I'll name you.
I can't.
You
I've
tell
never.
me.
I've never pet a naked cat, so I don't know what it feels like. Like skin? Ugh.
Yes.
I don't want to. I don't want a naked
Just
cat.
pet.
Okay, pet.
You know, give him the scratches in the back of the ear.
The skin just sort of like crunkles up as you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can make him a
Like-
little sweater.
Yeah, they get cold and skin rashes real easy. Make it a sweater, Rolly.
You guys head further south, leaving the market.
Yeah, now with the cat.
About an hour in, the cat pops away.
Maybe that was for the best.
As you continue going forward, you are met with a clearing. The trees have now pushed away, and you are met with what looks like to be a strange circular clearing with what looks to be a burnt arcane circle on the ground. There are clear signs that someone has been here before. There are footsteps all around, and there looks to be like a makeshift stone house. Not like maybe not even a house, like a shack that is leaning against one of the trees.
Vera, flash your lantern at it real fast.
I don't know if I want to.
Well, I just want to know if that's real.
I think I only hold it up a little bit, like not all the way, so like it would reflect in like any type of window or
There is no
glass.
windows.
Okay,
It's literally rocks piled onto rocks that make a somewhat shack.
I'll put it up.
Nothing disappears.
Does that sigil look familiar in the sense of like it's a teleportation circle, or it's just like something we've never seen or not
Roll me an
familiar with?
Arcana check.
Can I give myself guidance?
Yes, you may.
Can I roll as well?
You may.
I don't know what my Arcana is.
That is going to be a 15.
15. What about you, Guidance?
Hold on. Huh. Let me roll. 18.
18. 15 and 18. Both you and Vera and Savannah start to look over the arcane sigil. I would say it's about 5 feet in diameter. That circles around within this open clearing. It's very strange. It looks like almost a twisted version of a teleportation circle, but there are different arcane symbols that don't make sense. They're not transportation, like teleportation type school of magic. It's something different. And as you start to look over it, it's not like abjuration or conjuration. It's something different. And as you start to go through the actual lines and sigils around the circle, it's more in Fey in nature, more tied into the actual realm you're standing in.
Can... I don't know, I was gonna say, can Vera try and like write it down? Or like copy it?
Roll a sleight of hand check. See how well you can draw.
I need guidance on that one too.
You may.
I would say, do you want me to?
I just don't know if it matters if she understands it. 16.
16. You draw a crude version of it.
She's not gonna step in it. She's just gonna like save it for later.
Stepping in it sounds like the bad idea. You have to step into it to get to the shack, though, right? Am I understanding that right?
No. So so you've come across this clearing, and right in the middle of the clearing is this sort of teleportation circle in the middle, and off to the side is a shack of just made of stone, leaning against a tree.
I'm gonna kind of walk up to the shack, see if I can get somewhat close to it.
Sure, you can get close enough where you can look through sort of the opening, and it's empty. There looks to be like some cloth and blankets there, like someone has been sleeping in here. There's some provisions that are out, like dried jerky and food and some vegetables. If you'd like to get a closer look, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
So it looks freshly looked into, right? Lived in, right?
It does look like it's been lived in.
Do we want to go in a random shack? I don't know how I feel about that.
Vera's familiar with hags, yes?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, investigate. And she said no.
I mean, would she know if there's like no bones or anything that would be?
No, there's no decoration.
But he said jerky. It just looks like someone just like was there and ate and left.
Maybe you can send the jelly.
That's right. I'm now attuned to it, so I'll go ahead and send the jelly inside.
You send the jelly inside. Starts to go in. You start to connect with its mind, seeing it through its senses. I'm not gonna have you roll investigation because the jellyfish can only do a perception. It can't really like investigate something because it doesn't really have like strength at all. It can't really lift anything with its feelers.
Just let us know if it's empty.
Yeah, if there's somebody or something in there.
Easy enough done. It is a very empty shack. Think of like this double the size of your closet. It's that big inside. Very small.
All right, I'll get back to me, and then I'll go inside to investigate it. I'm like, no one's in there.
Well, maybe check it for traps before you open the door.
Well, regardless, it's
not open though.
It's gonna need yeah. There's no door.
Oh, okay.
Roll investigation check.
Ooh, 23.
What was my DC? Oh shit. As you start to look around this sort of very small shack, there is like a plank of like a smooth stone platform where a bunch of the blankets are there, and underneath it you see that there is like some provisions and food and things like that. You start to mess around with the floor beneath you. Everything's sort of stone, just making the stone pathway sort of stone floor. Your keen senses go off, and you press one of the stones, and you notice that it's like it's loose a little bit. And taking that opportunity, you grab onto the stone and lift it up, and you see what looks to be a small pocket, like someone has dug into the earth, made a little small storage space, and placed a stone above it to hide it. You find numerous notes and paperwork. Roll me an Arcana check.
A 14.
14. It's very difficult to understand these notes, but it comes from a bright mind. You can tell. It seems that whoever is writing these notes was looking into tapping into the raw chaotic energy that is the Feywild, and the natural time warping properties that can be potentially used to prolong one's life.
Red flag. Bells. Vera.
I could look at it to see if I can understand it at all.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Guidance. I didn't really it.
Guidance.
Might as well use it. Oh man, it's gonna be the same damn thing. I rolled another 10, but I have +6 and yeah, 18.
18. I think, Savannah, you got like a 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, 18. A little better. You start to read on to the notes that, yeah, someone who's been writing here has been looking into tapping into the actual realm of the Feywild. You've heard from your father that when leaving the Feywild, there is a time distortion
Yeah.
that happens because time in the Feywild is chaotic as the realm itself. And when shifting to the material plane, sometimes it doesn't necessarily line up. A minute in here within the Feywild can equate to about a year out into the material plane. That's a big concern to anyone who travels back and forth between planes like your father does, which is why he was given the Quartz Gift, which is the leaf. The Quartz Gift actually grabs onto that displacement and forces the users, those who are transporting back to the material plane, to realign with the material plane's time frame. So essentially anyone who jumps through the portal created by your leaf is then not affected by the Feywild's time distortion. The person who is writing these notes essentially is aware of the time distortion and thinking, if someone wanted to mess with that, they can perhaps create something that allows them to shift their own time, essentially making it that they can live for a very long time. And then you read some extra notes that say, there are some clear consequences, I'm living them now.
That's the B. Davis, right?
There's somebody awfully like him.
And we didn't find any identifying objects in the shack, right?
There are hardly any objects in here except for the food, the blankets, and these papers.
But you said it looked like it was freshly lived in, right? Like somebody was there.
It looks like someone just left. Or not just left, but like a day or so ago.
You think he'll come back?
I don't know. Maybe he went to the village. Like, do we get an idea how close we are? Not like visibly, but like we've been traveling for a while. Like, what do we think we're...
Roll me a survival check for those who want to check.
Can I just give Rolly advantage?
You can give Roll.
Yeah, I like that idea. Rolly gets advantage.
Roll, you're brought into the shack.
We show him like the jerky and the, like maybe if there's any tracks, like if we think he just left or...
Ooh, food.
I didn't say eat it.
Survival first, jerky later.
You promise?
To be fair,
You can
I
eat
don't
this
know
jerky.
what kind of animal it actually is.
That's why I look at you, I'm like, he can eat this, right?
I don't know.
Can I roll a survival check on the jerky?
Yeah, roll survival check on the jerky.
I swear, if you get a nat 20 on this, I'm gonna smack you.
Okay, that is going to be 17.
17. It looks like some sort of bird.
Does it look spoiled?
No, actually, it looks like it was freshly cooked, stored away, and it was just being chewed on.
Oh. Can I cut off a little bit of the part that was chewed on?
Yeah.
Okay, I do that, and then I eat the rest.
It tastes like like heavy game. Not bad.
How much jerky is there?
There seems to be like if someone carved up an actual turkey, there's a lot of it, and it's all sort of underneath this makeshift bed.
Don't eat all his food.
All right, fine. I'll look for tracks to whoever was here. I'll do the survival check here with advantage.
Yes, you do.
And
Would you like to give him guidance?
Yes.
yay,
Might as well.
might as well. Okay, that's gonna be pretty good. Yeah. 27 to that survival check.
27.
Smells him.
You start to look at the footprints outside of the shack. It's strange. You start to look at the footprints and sort of the pathway taken. You start to trace the most probable pathway taken, and you see that the footprints start from within the circle, go into the shack, And then fresher tracks show that he's left the shack and headed south. And you get a time frame about maybe a day ago.
So he's probably already there?
Maybe, but he's definitely not here. The question is he gonna come back?
Well, if it was a day, it'd already be like if he was coming back now, we'd run into him. But if he's staying a while, there might be a chance he's still there.
And the fact that he has a ton of jerky here in the room means he's probably okay with the idea of leaving and not coming back like immediately, because otherwise this food will spoil.
Yeah.
I'll also
We're out of
mention-
time.
I was
Go ahead.
gonna also mention that it's nighttime at this point. You guys have been traveling for
Oh, yeah.
quite some time.
Maybe we should
So
we
he's-
should stay in here.
Actually, I like that idea.
It doesn't have a door though, so.
Is
Watch?
it a it's a the tracks are human, right? Like human like?
They're humanoid, yeah.
Okay, human. All right. Are there any big trees around?
There's several. You are still surrounded by a forest-like area. It's not as dense as it was before, but you are surrounded by sort of large trees.
Approximately what time of day is it?
You know, it's very difficult to tell.
Yeah, you can tell time in here.
The sky is still bright purple. However, now it's starting to turn to a darker purple, shifting into a dark green. And it kind of like feels like it's getting darker, which means it's nighttime. But it's hard to tell within the Feywild.
Well, remember,
Okay.
don't cut down no trees. We don't know if they're people, they're what.
Oh,
Shoot,
that's
people
right.
are homes.
I think-
Honestly, we all fit in the shack, right?
Yeah, you'd have to squeeze in, and you could fit kind of semi-comfortably.
We could just take
Honestly,
watch.
That's what I was saying. I think that us all crashing and taking watch might be our best bet for today.
Yeah.
But we're on a time frame, right?
How many days has it been? Just
It's
the
been one day of travel.
We have 2 more days before we can bamf out with the leaf.
A day's watch either means he's a day away or he's gonna be coming back. So I say we take a rest.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know what's out here at nighttime, and I don't want to find out.
Okay, I guess this is the safest option.
Okay. Who's taking first? Oh, actually, you know what we'll do is while you guys take a rest, we'll take a break, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So see you guys then.
Hey!
Let's see what's going on. See you guys in 10. Hey everyone, we are back. The party right now is no checks needed in terms of watches. Nothing really occurs in this particular part of the open forest. Our party is still currently within the Feywild. They've spent a full day investigating, talking to treants with their displacer beast pets. Went to a Tin Man market. What else did you do?
Mike, move her. Her fat foot almost pulled your cord.
She's fine.
Oh, Kiki.
What else did you do? You also ran across this green, slender-looking dragon who gave you riddles and was kind of awestruck with Rolly's riddle until he was chased away by a continent-sized magical owl. We're all high here. As you start to feel the brighter purplish bluish tint excuse me, starting to raid down upon you, sort of indicating that light is now available, you all start to slowly awaken. Nothing occurred during the night as you slept that you all gained a long rest.
Yay.
Not bad. Not bad.
Actually, I'll say for the morning as you wake up, roll me a perception check, everyone.
I rolled a 14.
14.
25.
22.
5. Jesus Christ. Savannah and Vera always are on top of it.
That's plus 8.
You can hear the soft buzzing of bees.
Oh.
And then one sort of lands at the entrance. Sort of like searches around, crawls a bit, looks at all three of you, and goes, "Hi. Can I have your name, please?"
Why?
Well, isn't that standard for? And then immediately you hear, "No, no, no, no," and you hear sort of a louder footsteps as a brightly yellow-colored hand reaches, scoops up the bee, and pulls it aside. Looking in through the spot, you can see what looks to be just monochromatic yellow skin, just plain one color. Vera, you instantly recognize this as a dryad.
Oh.
A man, dryad, who currently picks up the bee. You see that he's wearing like a beekeeper's mask. Like you can see through it. It's like sort of the felt, and that's it, as well as like maybe a net in a hand. And so in the free hand, as the other one grabs the bee, you can see that there are numerous other bees that sort of swarm around him. A lot of them sort of whispering in Sylvan. And what you understand, Vera, a lot of it's like, "Oh, new people. Hi. Do they have flowers? No, they don't. Oh, okay. Moving on." And so he's like, the dryad sort of looks at you all three of you and goes, "Sorry about that. Do not give him your name. Isn't that right, 12? I just wanted one. No, we've went through this before. Sorry.
Are we not supposed to give them our name or just not give them a name?
Don't give them your name.
Never mind, I don't want to know what happens. I'll take your word for it.
Thank you. Sorry about this. Seems like you guys were just waking up. I'm just roaming. I'll leave you be." Starts to walk away.
That was weird.
Well, at least
Alrighty
he was a friendly dryad.
Alrighty then. Is this what we have to look forward to in the Feywild, Vera? Is this what you've dragged me into?
Yeah. I mean, you had a succubus that like haunted your family, and I have this, so meh. She
I'm
gets up.
sticking to my whole your family the way they are because you can't trust anything out here.
At least you could trust, you know, you could trust my village people. My family is
I
fine.
say at least you could trust the bee.
No. I mean, to be fair, I told you I didn't trust pixies when we met him, and you guys kept trying to talk to those.
But that was a bee. I think it was a bee. It was a bee, right?
I hope.
It looked like a bee.
Just because things talk to you doesn't mean you have to talk to them. That goes for both planes of existence. Well, I guess we should get going.
Okay.
Take it we're gonna follow the tracks.
Yeah.
Because the only other thing I can think of is the idea I don't like, which is try to make that thing work. And I point at the not transmutation field.
I don't know where it goes. So, I mean, even if we did get it to work and we went in there, we wouldn't know where we'd be going.
Alright,
How far
tracks it is.
is from like the village? Like an hour walk or?
You
Like...
don't know.
Well, that's what the roll was last time because I was like, oh, we've been traveling this long, and he said a day.
Yeah. Crichton told you like a day or so.
So we can't be that far from the village then. Right?
I don't think so. I'm just wondering if this is actually gonna work or not. I'm wondering if locate creature would work. Because it's still 1,000 feet. I think I'll wait a little bit.
Sure. You continue southwards.
Yeah.
The grass itself, green, vibrant color, starts to slowly turn into what looks like to be a... Let me see if I can get the right coloration. It's like the foliage turns into a bright blue. And as the dirt itself, brown texture starts to become a bit purplish. So you start to come across this whole experience as the trees themselves start to become more and more sparse as this new vibrancy starts to overtake the norm of what you're used to. And what you can see off in the distance as you continue southwards, instead of trees, you can see what looks to be protruding crystals that are shooting up from the ground in clumps, almost like they are trees themselves. There are still bit of foliage, like green and light teal foliage that sort of line certain spaces with bright red and yellow flowers that sprout. The ground itself, it's one of those things where, like, for you, Vera, especially being, I think you and Veroli are probably the heaviest here. You step a bit longer on on part of the ground and it collapses underneath your foot, and you look down at where it's collapsed and you just see nothing but dark space. What it looks like is that part of the world has been almost carved out to a point where you just see sparks of yellow and white. There are small little orbs within this dark area underneath the ground that are kind of sort of circling around, giving off this sort of faint arcane and fey-like energy. It's beautiful to behold because a lot of the crystals you can see like reflections of yourselves. It kind of like bounces like in a fun house, you know, just sort of like that sort of effect where you can see like different shapes of yourselves walking along. And you're sort of scooting around these crystals and everything, and you can still see plants, and it's a strange combination of ore and crystal and material, in addition to outside grass.
I think she takes a little bit of the dirt, not like the crystal or anything. She just takes the little weird color changing dirt and puts it in a little bag to take with her.
Yep. You get purple
You say
dirt.
no to the crystal. I want to take the crystal.
I'm not touching it. You're afraid of
Can
a
it?
bee, yet you're gonna try and touch the crystal.
I can mage hand the crystal.
You want to mage hand the crystal?
I'm gonna mage hand the crystal.
You mage hand the crystal. Your arcane feline claw comes out, places a paw onto one of the crystals, and a lot like a like a musician, or like a piano. When you press against it, it lets out a small like F chord, just. And you release the hand. There are smaller bits of crystals, and as you start to shift your arcane paw to that, it gives a different chord.
Pretty. Probably not smart right now, though, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Don't touch a really big one. We don't need a big old noise.
As you continue going southwards, you see that the crystals start to become a little like you're coming through a patch of dense crystals where a lot of it you have to sort of like scoot around. There are clear pathways you have to sort of make your way around. Let's see, who has the highest passive perception? I think probably Vera.
Vera does.
Yeah. Vera, as you're currently walking ahead, what's the marching order?
Passive perception's 19.
God damn.
I'm probably 8. I don't know. I'm guessing I'm in the front.
Okay.
I'll go behind you.
I'm just gonna follow along for the ride.
Out of the many numerous reflections, there one of them where it's not necessarily reflecting you. You see, just sort of not really looking in your general direction, is the same spindly green dragon who just sort of like is almost like motioning towards something. And as you sort of stop, the bug bright green eyes just go towards the reflection that ends up looking at you, and a bright smile shows.
Oh, shit. Don't got any more riddles, hey, really?
I mean, maybe? Is he here?
Yeah, is he like just staring? He's not moving?
He's staring. Yeah, there's a point where he stares for a bit as you are all frozen together, and then he moves away, and the reflection that you're watching him through, he just is no longer being reflected by that crystal, and then you see him like in a crystal behind you, and like almost however the light is reflecting off these crystals, he's moving, but it's hard to get a beat on him because the way the light and reflection is moving around, it's kind of hard to tell if he's this way and it's getting to here, or if he's this way and it's getting to here.
Hey, Sav, you want to run that mage hand around us a little bit? Maybe if you
just
touch something.
Just touch a bunch of crystals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A chorus of high pitch, just everything as you start to touch.
Like, just try to do like a circle around us to see if anything actually seems real. Or like what if he's actually in a spot.
Actually listening and just hear any interesting bounce back of sound. Something that's not like muffled or something.
Roll me a... How would you... I guess it's perception. Yeah. Go on, Savannah. Roll me perception.
19.
He's outside of this patch, this dense patch of crystals. You're fairly certain that as you run the hand across in a circle around you, the crystals that are currently surrounding you, he's not here, essentially. Like, he's further away from you guys and just stalking.
Just keep our
He wants
eyes out.
wants us to play his crystal game.
I think he just wants to see when our guard's down.
For us to find him.
Just start inching out a little bit.
Inching out. As you slowly start to inch out, the dense collection of crystals surrounding you starts to give way, and you are left with a... there's still patches of crystals here and there, but the pathway you can see goes on for a couple of 100 feet, and then it turns into normal grass, sort of the vibrant greens, standard wood of trees beyond you. And the ground itself is no longer loose, where you can see patches that have been missing into the deep darks below. You slowly start to make your way forward, and through one of the crystals, you just sort of... Oh, my friends. Hi. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. I was so enthralled by your riddle. I have more for you. Would you please answer?
What do we get if we answer?
Ah, you'll see. What has legs but cannot walk?
Table?
Table.
Correct. You see a bit of furiousness kind of kick in, upset that you got it right. What is orange in color, green on top, and sounds like a parrot?
I'm trying to think. Orange on... Oh, green on top.
Yeah, orange in color, green on top, and sounds like a parrot.
A carrot?
That's correct. Why is a raven like a writing desk?
I feel like I should know that one. I'm gonna...
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
I got nothing for that one.
This one I don't think I have to know.
You hear a bit of laughter coming from behind one of the crystals going, "You see? I told you I'd get them." As walking behind one of the crystals, you see a rabbitkin, a Haragon, who looks like wearing like gentleman's clothes. One eye larger than the next, like almost like this one was almost blown up as this one was shrunk down. Its gaze is wild and manic. It's got like its mouth is sort of cut even further deep, as it like you can open its mouth almost like a snake, and on the edging here, next to the ears or next to where the jaw is, because the ears are on top, is like a mechanical workings. See, Jabba? They don't know. Fine. More for the collection.
Technically, we're even. Because you didn't know his riddle. You got it wrong.
Tit for tat. Roll me initiative.
Oh god.
I didn't even get a chance to come back. I had another one too.
9.
Okay, I'll ask for your things in just a second. Okay, 9 for Vera.
19.
19 for Savannah.
17.
17 for Rolly. Rolly, what is your dexterity modifier?
Plus deuce.
That means you would go first. And Vera's a 9. That means you are here. And then Savannah got a 19, which means you are here. Yeah. Let's put you on the map, guys. And let's show the audience. So what is right in front of you is a clockwork-infused gentleman Haragon with a, I believe, let me say double check on the Haragon itself. Elongated fingernails, and currently holding, shakingly as well, almost like hyped up on something, is a small teacup. And the beast itself, the spindly looking dragon, elongated neck with sort of the whiskers coming outwards, just sort of just excitedly hearing that you've got one of his questions wrong. first up is you see that the orbs around you, the ones that are deeper into these little pockets, go just to let loose a bit of energy around them, but none of you are close enough for that effect. Savannah, you're up first as these two folks start to almost get close in an ill intent.
Just want to free action. I'm gonna say to it. I'm like, you technically didn't let us answer. Nothing.
No. It seems that there was a target and any excuse to attack.
Oh well. What am I looking at? Yeah, I guess that's my only course right now. I'm gonna run up to it. I'm like, you guys, I'm gonna go for a run for it. I'm gonna run up to the Jabberwocky looking dragon, and I'm gonna slash at it.
Okay.
That it's gonna be 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Take its eye out.
It's not gonna be a big hit. That's gonna be 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Cool. All right. Yeah, you get a quick stab at actually one of its hind legs. It sort of reaches upwards to miss most of its vital organs, and you just cut one of the hind legs, jumping backwards.
I'm going to disengage and run away from it. So, how far was that?
That was 25 feet.
I already used most of my movement, didn't I? Oh no, I can still move a little further. Yeah. I'm gonna disengage and run about 23 feet over here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'll end my turn.
After Savannah, Rolly, you're up.
I'm immediately gonna enter into a rage because I'm so upset that he didn't even let me ask a question.
Okay.
I was like, listen here, you little shit. You didn't even answer my riddle. So here's one for you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm going to say, as a free action, I'm going to be like, I run all around the field, but I never move. What am I? And then I'm going to attack it. And I will reckless attack.
Okay, you do so with
I am
advantage.
super mad. He didn't even give me a chance.
You're that upset about this?
Yes. Super mad. Alright, there it goes.
As you strike, go ahead and see if you hit first.
25 to hit.
25 does hit.
Alright. Do. Come on, dice. Be nice to me. There we go. They are not nice to me. 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Solid.
I like
Still
the little
on radiant, by
movement.
the way.
Okay. Yeah. What was that?
I said I like the little movement in the map.
Oh, yeah, it's really cool.
The
Right?
fire flickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the water pools are also moving.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff.
And I wait for a response from it of any kind.
It'll give you a response after your turn.
Oh, alright. That case, I'm going to go attack again.
Go for it.
Ooh. 3 more and that would have been a nat 20, dude. Oh my god.
You're close. Go ahead and roll damage.
26 to hit on that one, and I will roll damage. You know, I bought these like metal die, and not doing so well for me.
I only have one metal set that Mike got me.
I don't think I have a metal set. I have gem sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go. And damage is
Always sounds like you're rolling a brick when you have a metal set.
18 points of damage on that one.
18 points of damage. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you strike down twice. Seeing the small cut that Savannah left, dodging out of the way, you follow right in suit. Scream your riddle out back at him as you string once. It hits again, this time cutting a little bit of the whiskers as it lands at your feet. The white radiant light glowing from the damage given. It's going to be the Jabberwock's turn. You see that the small little appendage that you cut grows back in. And goes, offense. And I need Vera and Rolly to roll me a dexterity saving throw. And I need some d8s.
Oh, not bad. 18?
You succeed.
Okay. That is.
Something tells me we're about to test out our new hit point.
I will be at 13.
13, that is a failure.
Uh-oh.
It looks at both of you and goes, offense. You see through the stomach area, it starts to glow this vibrant green as it starts to slowly creep its way towards his throat, its elongated throat towards his mouth that starts to bring a hot green ember. And spews out a breath weapon. Let's see here. Perfect.
Is it actual fire?
It is fire damage.
Use your resistance, really.
I will.
You're going to use your reaction to resistance this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why I said, is it actual fire or is it like weird ass something over here? Just pay.
That is 49 points of damage.
Fuck!
Reduced to half. Each of you take 24 points of fire damage. Rolly, standing
damn.
right next to this creature, you see the flame start to escape its mouth, and as you kind of brace for impact, bringing up your shield, you feel another hand placed against you, and you see what looks like to be a similarly looking, like someone of your own like coloration and skin, basically a family member who steps in, places a hand upwards to tank most of it, and provides you some resistance.
How much damage in total?
You both take 24 points of damage.
Roger that.
He just sort of smiles as the little bit of the fire drops out of its mouth. After that, the Jabberwocky sort of looks towards these numerous little like teapots that are sort of placed around the map and goes, door, where are you, door? You hear, hi, where? There. Okay. A little teapot opens up from this space here. Let me bring out his information. He brings out a small little bow, a little short bow. And in a quick as a bonus action, first of all, it's going to cast Hex on Vera. So Vera, you are Hex, and I'm going to hinder strength checks for you.
Okay.
Not saving throws, checks. And so it's going to make 3 shots at you. First one's going to be a hit. Second one is going to be a miss. And that's also going to be... So only 1 hits.
Yeah.
You take 15 points of damage as this little dormouse pops out of one of the teapots, opens it up, looks around, sees you, and goes, all right. Brings out a small little bone, goes... You see this happen, you bring out your shield, and then one just cuts across your cheek before jumping back into the teapot. And then I have to roll something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The Jabberwocky isn't, as a legendary action, goes. And you see a foot stick out of its mouth as it. And it spits out this dressed undead figure, large top hat, as it just sort of undead rot escapes its mouth. And on its turn, it's going to move towards Savannah. And it's going to attempt to slam. Oh, yeah. Both of those are definitely going to hit. First one is... Savannah, you notice that as this creature sort of walks towards you, a bit of like an undead hum to its voice, it reaches towards you and you sort of get ready to dodge, and it doesn't even touch you. It just sort of swipes at a bit of like your aura, and you take 10 points of psychic damage.
I take it from that I can't dodge that, can I?
I think you can.
Or
It's still attack roll. I think you can dodge that. So 10 points of damage you reduce to 5.
Alright.
And the last attack definitely did hit. And this one is going to be 8 points of psychic damage.
Alright.
I mean, I like.
After that, it's going to be the March Hare. It's funny how you guys rolled really well, partially, and then really bad, partially. Let's see here. There you are. He's going to rush forward towards you, Rolly. And he's going to take a sip of... No, actually, can he do that? Let's see. Just in there. He's going to take a sip of tea. And blow out a poisonous gas. I need both Vera and Rolly to make me con saves.
Here, mine roll high. Well, not bad, but probably not high enough. 15.
15? You succeed.
Unnatural 20.
You also succeed. Alright, so that means... you both take 7 points of poison damage. As he spills out this poison tea at you. Then it's going to be Vera.
There's like 2 things I can do, and it's so weird. She's gonna do the bond with Rolly because she's only like 22 feet away.
Okay.
So that's my action. Bonus action, I'm gonna drink the potion of swiftness, so I'm just gonna add 10 feet to my movement.
Okay. The light of Palor, though the sun is obfuscated and strange and within this new world, you still feel the dawn against your skin as you use that connection to tether against Rolly. Rolly, you get sort of that feeling, that same feeling you've had in the past, being bonded with Vera. And as you drink Moscow's concoction, it very much tastes very sweet and bitters. Essentially, it's an old-fashioned.
Okay. 5, 10, because I still have movement. 15. I'm just going to get next to Rolly.
Okay.
And that's my action, bonus action, and movement.
The orbs still sort of pulse with energy, but nothing is done. Savannah, you're up.
Guess I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna use my bonus action to Versatile Trickster to distract the zombie fae.
Okay, you get your arcane hand starts to mess with the Fey zombie, just sort of getting in its way, blocking its sight, grabbing an arm, pulling it aside, doing whatever it can to just distract it. You have advantage on attacks.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and attack it then.
Do so with advantage.
That is gonna be 18 to hit.
For the zombie, that definitely does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage with sneak attack.
That will be... That is going to be 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage. Solid. Yeah. Cutting through this creature. Just the jaw hangs loose.
Character-wise, I've seen this dormouse pop up out of these
You saw
teacups, right?
Yeah, you saw it jump out at one of the teacups.
Can I use my bonus action to toss a dagger at the teacup that's right here?
Yeah.
Try to break it?
Roll me an attack roll.
That's going to be 16?
16 hits. Roll me damage.
Oh, it's a dagger, so I need a D4 and... So that's going to be, plus my dex, that's going to be 7?
7. You throw your dagger shattering into pieces. I'm going to mark it off. That's extra big. I shouldn't have done that. Here we go. There we go. It shatters into numerous porcelain pieces.
And on my turn.
Solid. Rolly, you're next.
Okay, looking at the clock hair that it just spat on me.
Yeah, it just took a sip of tea and just like the mechanical workings inside of it. You see bits of steam release as it releases a mist of poison at you.
I'm gonna yell out at the top of my lungs, "Wrong!" I'm going to then use what do you call this? Reckless attack.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit the clockwork.
Mm.
You add a d4 to your attacks.
You do.
Text,
Shasha.
checks, and saves.
Shisha. Okay, that was interesting. It went from nat 1 to nat 20.
Hey, nat 20. Go.
So thank God for reckless attack. Otherwise, that would have been really bad.
That definitely does hit.
Okay, cool. In that case, while I'm doing that, do you want to do the damage first? Because I'm also going to use what do you call it? What is this thing called? Overwhelming Cleave.
Overwhelming Cleave. I believe. How did we mark this? I think you had to make a second attack, did you not?
Yes. If I hit one creature, I can make
another attack.
Another attack as a bonus action.
Okay. Go ahead and let's make your attacks first. So go ahead and do that bonus action attack for the Jabberwocky.
All right. That'll be 27 hit.
Definitely hits. And let's go ahead and roll your third attack now. Who's your third attack going to?
The Jabber.
Got it. Roll it.
Hey, thank God for advantage. That's another nat 1. Jesus Christ. That'll be 21 to hit.
21 hits. Let's take care of that critical hit on the clockwork march, because you initially swing back, going from the right to left, and you cut through, actually cutting through a big portion of the March Hare's stomach, and instead of blood or organs that you would probably see for a flash, you see gears and oil.
Good. Does that mean he's a construct?
Not necessarily.
A weird ass hybrid.
It's a strange hybrid.
Okay. So I'm going to roll 3d12s, and I'm going to roll 2d6s for the house call.
Got it. Yeah. Technically, they are all, maybe not all of them, but most of them are considered Fey.
Ah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the stuff. Yes! Oh, that's what I wanted to see. Okay, so we've got 23, Oh, buddy. 40.
I can hear him talking. Hold
Yeah,
on.
he's still counting.
He's still counting.
48 points of damage.
48 points of damage. It's going to uncanny dodge to reduce that by half.
Boo.
Here's a rabbit.
You see him go, dear, jump back and cut through. You can see a bit of like mechanical workings inside as it jumps back, still taking a good solid hit. You can see actually the innards still moving around as the continued swing you go by cuts into the Jabberwocky for how much damage?
For the second one, let's see.
She doesn't
19
consider
points of
it
damage
now.
on that one.
How much?
19.
19. All right, solid. Cutting into the Jabberwocky.
And then the third attack against the Jabber.
It's so funny that you're calling it the Jabber because that's actually what I have in my notes. Is I didn't want to write the entire thing. I call it Jabber.
Mm-hmm. No, 21 points of damage on that.
21. Got it. 2 gigantic swings. One that was a constant cleave going through the Jabberwocky. More of the piece, like you actually cut into the wings. Like they're almost like thin leathery as you have an easy time cutting through it. Cutting through veins and capillaries that are just popping and bleeding off. How was I wrong?
It's yours. Stupid.
Before the is that the end of your turn, rolling? Yeah.
Steve.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Before I've neglected to do this. I should have been doing more. But I'm gonna take a legendary action.
Yay.
It's going to do a wing attack, and I need Rolly and Vera to roll me dexterity saving throws.
With a D4.
Is it?
Huh, not bad. Well, I don't know what the D4 is because I don't have anything to my dex. 16?
Okay.
17, sorry.
Those are 2 fails. Each of you take
Damn.
14 points of damage, and you're both prone.
Can I reaction?
You can for Rolly.
Okay.
So instead of what I say, 14,
7.
you take 7 points of damage.
So.
Oh wait! In addition to this bludgeoning damage, so 7 points of damage reduced again. You take 3 points of damage, Rolly.
And then also, I am raging, correct?
Yeah, so that's now you get 3 points of damage.
So I have Stance of the Mountain. Cannot be knocked prone while raging unless I become unconscious.
What the
So it can.
fuck?
It can try.
God
It can
try.
damn it!
Not today.
Solid move, man.
So it was 7 reduced to half. You said.
You take 3 points of damage, and you are not knocked prone. Vera's the only one who is. Okay, all right. After that, after your turn, it's now going to be the Jabberwocky's turn after that legendary action. It's going to roll a d6 to see if it gets its fiery breath back. It does. And it's going to... I'm going to need both Vera and Rolly to make me another dex save.
Is this also with guidance?
13.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also get the D4.
Okay.
I was like, man, the cleric's gonna go down pretty quick. She's just taking hits.
That'll be 19.
You succeed.
I already know I failed. I got a 13.
I mean, you're already on the ground.
Vera, you take 29
does
points of
that help?
fire damage.
I don't know.
And Rolly, you
Send it my way.
But you have to reaction it.
do
I
have
reaction it.
29 points of fire damage to Vera. Let's do Rolly first, and then you can decide. Rolly,
Yeah.
you take 29 points of damage. You already succeeded. You take half of that, so you take 14 points of damage.
Yeah, send it all my way.
All right, so if that's the case, 29, because you succeeded, then is reduced. But you have to take 1 point of damage, Vera. So you take 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
28. Then Rolly, you take an additional 14 points of damage.
So it would be a total of 28.
28. As you use your reaction to take most of it. Actually, Vera, do you want to use your reaction to reduce the amount?
I just used it on the attack prior. That's why I didn't do it this time.
Wait, no. So if you gave him damage, that means you had to use your reaction to use share burden, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was one use of your channel divinity.
Okay.
Okay. We're all settled, guys. We're good.
I'm like, I know.
All right. Yeah, that was his turn, essentially breathing once again down upon you. It's now going to be the Dormouse. It's going to
mouse.
pop up over here because that's where it's rolled, and then go, damn! Just sort of get back in, unable to attack, and I'm going to roll. It's going to appear here next time. The zombie now, for you, Savannah, is going to take 2 swings. One of them is a natural 1, while the other one is a natural 20. You take 20 points of psychic damage.
Ouch.
Yo, Olimer.
Still dodge that. So I'm dodge that.
Okay, yeah, you can. So you take 10 points of psychic damage. And that's its turn. It can only make 2 attacks. It's just... I forgot one thing for the Fey zombie, but that's fine. We'll go into the next round. After that, the Jabberwock Order used 3 legendary actions to do its wing attack, so it can't do any legendary actions this round. It's now going to be the March Hare. It's looking pretty rough. It's gonna see if it gets its T attack back. Nope, does not.
Weird.
It's going to get its like almost sharpened metallic claws, move up here and take a swing at Vera and a swing at Rolly. So first of all, advantage because of Vera.
I was like, why does he get it? And then I realized what you're doing.
That's going to be a 24 to hit. So you take... I need D4s.
Me?
Not me.
No, I mean, you're hitting me?
Yeah, I am hitting you. I don't think it's been a new turn as well for Rolly to use reaction.
Yeah.
And you use yours to do...
Shared burden.
Oh, no, he does have a reaction.
Yeah.
You're the one that doesn't have a reaction. You take 18 points of slashing damage. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
22.
You succeed. You are not poisoned. It's then going to use... No, it knows that Rolly's a heavy hitter. It's going to save its reaction. That was not fun. Vera, it's your turn.
Well, that fucked my whole turn because I'm last.
I forgot. I have to roll against Rolly.
So...
That's a miss. It's fine. We're moving on.
Trying to think of what I can do as a bonus action because she's going to have to heal herself. I'm going to do a Cure Wounds at a 4th level.
Cure Wounds at 4th level.
So it's 4d8 plus my...
Wisdom modifier.
Yeah. 2... 3... Do I have 4d8? Yeah, I do. Oh, very good. 14, 15, 16... 18 points plus... What the hell is my mod? 18 plus 4, so 22.
22 points of healing.
Needed it. I don't think I could bonus action. Well, one, I'm going to get up. I'm going to use half my movement, but I'm only using 20 because I have the swiftness potion.
That's true. Yeah.
So she still has 20 feet of movement. Just can't really do much with a bonus action. At least not with that other spell. I can't destroy undead as a bonus action. That's a full action, huh?
It's a channel divinity. I think you have 2 uses of channel divinity, or 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, now. I think I have... Yeah, but I think it takes an action.
it does take an action. The only use of channel divinity that doesn't take an action is your shared burden.
Yeah, she's gonna have to hold there.
Okay. Back to the top of the round. Once again, those little bubbles are glowing a bit. But none of you are close enough, so nothing occurs. Savannah, you're up.
Take 2 of trying to get the zombie off of me, so... What's it called? Let's do the versatile trigger to go ahead and trickster to get me the advantage on the attack.
Perfect, perfect.
I'm actually going to cast Booming Blade on top of the attack.
Sure. Go ahead and roll to hit with advantage.
Yay, with the advantage. That is going to be 19 hit.
19 definitely hits.
Yay.
Roll your damage with booming blade damage and sneak attack.
I'm going to roll the d6 first and then the 2d8. Ooh. That is going to be 29 points of damage from this. Oh, actually, that's a d6, so 1 second.
Oof.
Another set of dice.
High level rogues, man. At a certain point, they need all the dice.
Just all the dice. So that is going to be 33 points of damage.
33 points of damage. You cut through actually one of the arms on this Fey zombie, reducing the amount of attacks it can make. It can only make 1 attack per round now, and it's looking very hurt.
You know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna let him take the attack of opportunity. He has to come after me, so I'm gonna move 10 feet away from him.
Okay, before you do that, it's gonna make its attack. Does 19 hit?
Yes.
You take 10 points of psychic damage, and you do not move as a sentinel effect.
Shit.
Damn it. All right.
Keeps you there as one arm grabs you, and it doesn't even grab your arm or your leg. It just like grabs a piece of the psychic energy that's pulling from you, and you are almost frozen, and you have to turn around to face him again.
My turn there.
Now, what I was saying about this Fey zombie is I forgot one thing. I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
16?
You succeed. Moving on. After the zombie, we're going to take a legendary action from the Jabberwocky, and he's going to make a tail attack against Rolly. Natural 20.
Reaction.
Whoa.
Okay, reaction. Let's see, I need a D10. Just one
Should
D10.
be a half and a half if he's still raging.
He is still raging, so we're going to see how much this does. 6 plus 16 points of damage, reduced to half because you're raging, so 8. Reaction, reducing it to 4.
I'm cool with that.
You take 4 points of damage as a legendary action. Easy slashes at you, but this dawn-colored light blocks a bit of it, and so does this internal fire. You still feel a bit of the force and damage, but you're not shaken. The zombie just went. The March Hare is going to go. It's going to see that you're up. It's going to see if it gets its T attack back. Nope.
Good.
It's going to make 2 claw attacks against Vera, and 1 claw against Vera, 1 claw against Rolly.
I don't like this.
No one either.
I don't like this bunny. Bad bunny.
She goes, And some more riddles. And some more riddles. Just sort of chanting this as it lashes out twice. After the March Hare, Vera, you're up.
Because I think we need some help. Where's my boy at? Guardian of Faith.
Garden of Faith.
Yeah, but like right here.
Okay. What do we call him? The Celestial? Yeah, here he is. The light. Just making this heavy, metallic, armored Celestial.
Isn't he bigger?
I think the spell doesn't actually conjure
Doesn't
up.
give you. Oh, it says a large spectral.
Oh,
guardian.
okay. Then yeah, he is bigger. I don't know why he was smaller in this time.
I think because you're using the same icon for the Celestial, and I think he's probably smaller.
Just a large centurion that sort of looks at you, Vera, nods in knowingly, and then faces off towards the Jabberwocky.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Again with the bonus action, I don't really have anything when I summon him like that. Creatively, I don't think I could bonus action hit that stupid ass rabbit.
Do you have a bonus action attack?
Mm-mm.
No?
They're both reactions. So that'll end my turn, and I'm not gonna move.
Okay. Savannah, you're up again.
Can I actually move right now, or is it just he just kept me in my space, right?
For your last turn, he kept you in your space. You have movement back.
Okay. We're rinse and repeat then. So, Mage Hand and then attack.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't know if that hits. That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
16 does hit. Oh, and one last thing. Both Vera and Rolly, could you roll me charisma saving throws real quick?
Plus 2d4.
Well, shit.
Damn it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually have a decent save for charisma? What? I don't make that very often.
9. I don't like this. I rolled a bunch of ones.
17?
That's gonna be. Oh, go ahead.
I rolled a 17.
Okay, hold on. What was that?
We both rolled
Savannah?
17s.
That's gonna be 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. I need to roll a d20 real quick. Reduce that to 9 plus 14. I need to roll a 15 or higher.
Die.
You cut through this guy, and the head slices through. A hand catches it midway and snaps it back into place. It is up by 1 HP.
Oh.
Kill it. I rolled a 16. I'm sorry.
Fine. I can't already use my bonus action to freaking do the trickster thing, so I'll have to end my turn there.
All right, now rolling. Vera, what did you roll in your charisma save?
Both got 17.
Both got 17. Unfortunately, that's a fail.
Oof.
I need... Vera, what's your speed right now? 40?
Yeah.
I'm going to have you run...
Oh, I'm fear. Hey, don't I get advantage against fear?
It's not a fear.
God damn it.
Oh, wait, wait.
No.
It is a charm. Go ahead and re-roll that.
Yeah. I was like, I'm a goddamn elf. Hold on. What did I say? I'm still adding the D4 though, technically. Nope. Same goddamn roll. These two red dice, man.
You hear the Jabberwocky go, snick, snack, attack, and just sort of starts to ramble and babble in terms of his voice. It starts to enter your mind, and you hear, Rolly, you're gonna go
down 4.
You're gonna go here.
No matter. Man's still slashy.
Okay. That was Savannah's turn. Rolly, you're up.
Okay, I'm mad now. Get on, goofed. Where'd I go? Oh man, I went far.
You went far.
I got feared by the
It was
Oh,
less
the
of
charm.
It was left of a fear than it was like almost the sound of babbling and nonsense speak coming from the Jabberwocky, almost like you lost control of your body for a moment, and it just started to move in random directions, and it got you to this point. You quickly shake it off, you too as well, Vera, and you realize that you're not right in front of the Jabberwocky.
That, and we're also not within 30 feet of each other, so we don't get the buffs until...
Well, is there anything stopping me from approaching the Jabber?
No, you can go back.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will attack it once more. Reckless attack.
All right, go for it.
He is going to pay for his transgressions. I did say reckless attack, right?
You did say reckless, yes.
Okay, good. Just making sure. 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
Alright, gonna learn today. Uh, 18 points of damage on that swing.
18 points of damage, okay. Yeah, you cut... Like, as it's babbling, you rush by. It watches you both and Vera run. You come back to consciousness, turn around, Rolly, with a freight train-like speed, just... with an axe down, cuts through. You have a second attack.
Yes, I do, but I'd like to use my movement first. The last 10 feet of movement I have.
Okay.
And I'm going to... I'm going to hit the Jabberwocky, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to hit the hare.
Go for it.
So first we'll do the Jabber. That is going to be 19 to hit.
19 hits the... Oh, well, hold on. Let me see the Jabberwocky. Yeah, that hits the Jabberwocky.
Cool. And then I'll do the attack for the bonus section.
Go for it, go for it, go for it.
Oh yeah, that's going to hit. 18 plus 9.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Alright. So let me do the damage on the Jabber first. Uh, 20 points of damage to the dragon.
Woo! Okay. Yeah, you, like a freight train, cut once, use that momentum to step twice, spin around, and then use that momentum to cut through, once again, the Jabberwocky and the hare.
You want me to deal damage for the hare?
Yes, please.
Alright. Come on, big numbers. Those are not big numbers. Sadness. 15 points of damage total.
15 points of damage. It's going to dodge that and take half. So there we go. It jumps, backs again, dealing still more damage. You can see actually a bit of the chest now. Sort of, you can see an actual heart, sort of pumping. A lot of this like oil-like fluid through its body.
Ew. That'll be the end of my turn.
It's going to use a legendary action, and yeah, it's going to use a rain attack.
I have a question.
Yes.
Would the hare and the Jabberwocky take damage? Because it says for Guardian of Faith, it says any creature hostile to you that moved to the space within 10 feet of the Guardian.
Actually, yes, it would. So on the start of their turn, they have to make dex saves, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is a legendary action, so it's not his turn just yet. Does a 18 hit?
Who are we asking?
Rolly.
Oh.
Probably right.
Does an 8 hit?
18.
18.
18. Yes, it does.
Okay, so I need a couple of d10s.
Maybe.
You take 18 points of slashing damage, reduced to half. You take 9.
Yeah, I'm not close enough.
As he reels back and cuts twice. Now it's the start of the Jabberwocky's turn. He's got to make a dex saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
He... 15?
Mm-mm.
He's going to use a legendary resistance to save that. So he takes 10 points of damage immediately.
10 radiant.
10 radiant. Perfect.
I got a
Yeah,
minus
the
10.
Guardian stands up straight, grabs his spear, and cuts through. The Jabberwocky quickly moves. It actually cuts through the very weak and leathery wings as he cuts back. Guys, this fight is going to continue on until next time. So, sorry to leave you at such a cliffhanger.
For a whole week.
For a whole week, I'm really sorry, but we do need to call it a game. Don't worry. We're actually gonna adjust a little bit of the HP a bit. I think specifically for Rolly, because something happened retroactively, and we'll see what happens. But regardless, thank you so much for joining us. We'll check you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Latest.